in here. We're so sorry. It's recording, Amber. Hey, Amber.
How you doing, Angie?
What's up? Yeah. Um,
Hello to the tier three.
Finally, I
One.
don't know who's in here that is from Amber's channel. I hope it did you go on your channel to see if it's up?
Let me see, because you said I have to go on my. So when I open up my laptop, it should just
Mhm.
already be there when I log into my account.
Yeah, it should be there. Oh shoot, what did I just do?
Let me
Let me
see.
see. Hey guys, we're so sorry we're late. First it was Amber's fault, then it was my fault, basically.
Yeah, no, we had to get some things together.
I'll take the blame.
I'll take partial blame too. Let me see.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, I have the chat up in my on my laptop because I like to keep an eye. Hey, love bug, how are you?
So like, how do I see on my thingy? Because I have
Can,
my page up, but I don't see.
can you see the chat?
No, I'm like, hold on. Let me see if you can like direct me. Hold on. So like, I'm
Hey,
here.
universal. Oh, go click on live. Go to your lives. You see on the top?
Oh, okay, right here in the middle. Let me see.
Did it come up?
Hold on, let me scroll down.
Mhm.
It
Hey
says,
guys, how's everybody doing? You okay? You're proud of me? Ah, thank you. What did I do for you to be proud of me? Staying alive in this crazy ass world.
oh,
Ah,
okay.
thank
Here
you.
we go.
You got it. Okay. Yeah, just muted.
Okay. All right. So, hey guys, I can see you.
Hey guys. Okay, so we'll start. I'm sure more people will join. Like I said before, we're so sorry that we're late, but it's Saturday, it's Easter weekend.
Yeah.
I don't celebrate Easter, but I hope y'all are enjoying your resurrection ceremonies. Basically. Um, so the funny story is that I was following Amber on YouTube. I didn't even realize I was following her.
Really?
Subscribed to her. Nope, I didn't know I was subscribed to you. And then she hit me up. I guess so, like you tagged me or you would comment on things on TikTok. So I was just like, this woman looks so familiar. And I'm like, where do I know her from? Like, because there's a couple of y'all with locks. So I was like, is this the same woman that I'm subscribed to on YouTube? Because I don't really subscribe to a lot of chosen one people because I don't want like information to be crossed and then they start talking, oh, this person's stealing my content and all this stuff. So I think sometimes when you're on like the wavelength for somebody,
Yeah.
the videos, it's kind of like you're speaking telepathically to each other.
Hmm.
There's times where I'm about to do a video and I see a chosen one or a spiritual person. I'm like, that's the topic I was just thinking of. So I feel like we're like channeling each other. So I don't like to follow too many chosen one content creators. But I was like, oh, so when I saw you on TikTok and we were following each other, then I was like, let me go to YouTube. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm already subscribed to her, pretty much. That's how I was like, okay, I know who this is, basically. But
Oh,
yeah, so that's how we connected, guys. And then when I mentioned you on my channel, everyone's like, oh, we love her. She's so this, she's so that. I'm like, okay, they know her. So that's good. So yeah, girl, you a big dog on YouTube.
oh, oh, thank you so
You
much.
a big dog on YouTube. And
Yeah.
I'm sure your channel probably doesn't know who the hell I am because I have only like 3,800 subscribers. I feel like my channel has been shadow banned or something. But if anybody is from Amber's channel, feel free to subscribe to me.
Yeah.
And my guys, go over to Amber's channel and subscribe to her. Follow her on TikTok as well. What's your TikTok name?
My TikTok name is Chosen and Blessed Speaks. So I always put like the letter N in between to separate mine from other people's
Hmm.
stuff. So
Right.
Chosen and Blessed Speaks _111. But by the time you type in chosen in the letter N blessed, it should come up.
It'll come up. You
Yeah.
could type it in the chat too. Can you type in the chat?
I believe so. Let me see.
And you can follow me also, guys, on TikTok. That's really where I be at. My TikTok name is Metaphysical Goddess, the number 7. We're
Yep.
just typing. Let me see. So yes, please go follow Amber on TikTok for you TikTok heads, and follow me as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll make more announcements in the middle of this. I ain't gonna go into Patreon and all that right now. But yeah, so that's how we linked up. And this is like a new friendship, guys. So we just kind of want to get on live and show you, like, we know, like, it's kind of known that chosen ones don't have friends.
Yeah.
It's hard for chosen ones to have friends, or just have associates or acquaintances. And it's true, but it's not true. It's
Yeah.
just that I feel chosen ones be hiding. Like, we're either in the house, we're doing God's work,
Yeah.
we have too much PTSD from the friendships and the things
Oh,
that we endured. A lot of us are black sheep. Like, we got a lot going on, and we want friendship, but I think a lot of chosen ones be scared
yeah.
to give somebody a chance. I do that too. I'd be like, this might be a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I don't know about her. I don't know about him. And then on top of that, we're both content creators. So we have to kind of filter who we talk to. Because I met some crazy content creators too. You
Yeah.
know, I've tried to have friendships with other creators on YouTube, TikTokers, they be tripping over there too. You feel me? So it's not just, our subscribers, our followers, it's everybody. We have to filter out everybody. So this is a new friendship, guys, that you're seeing. So it's still building. Amber's not crazy so far.
I always tell people close when to get.
Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, she not crazy so far. She is such a pure spirit. Like, she's the light approved, okay? And hopefully she doesn't think I'm crazy,
Just a
basically. Oh my God, yeah. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I could be a little crazy.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
good.
no. We
Yeah.
just want to show y'all, like, it's possible to come across other chosen ones. Like, we're out here. We're definitely out here. But at the same time, Amber and I cannot be all of y'all friends.
Yeah.
And it's just a safety thing. It's like a spiritual safety. We got to be careful, basically. But I'm talking too much, girl. Go ahead and talk.
No, thank you. Thank you for starting everything off. For a lot
Mhm.
who are tuning in, if you are from my channel, this is my first time going live, so
Mhm.
glad you kind of led the floor and did things fast.
Yes. Yes, Amber was a virgin to live, guys.
I'm
She was
always
kind of nervous. She was nervous. I'm like, girl, it's kind of like talking on FaceTime, really.
yes, and
Mhm,
about it,
mhm.
I was nervous is because there's stalkers out here, guys, and unfortunately, I've been a victim of being stalked before, more than once. So, you always got to be careful about locations or where you're at. We're both home, so that's a good thing. But like, if, say for
Right.
example, you're out and you could be in front of a certain stop sign with a sign, and then someone's like, "Oh, I know that's down there by the deli with such and such." Oh,
Mhm.
like, oh, every
Mhm.
day at 4:30.
So
Oh,
true.
okay. Then I'm gonna show up. So I've had things like that. So I'm very cautious, but
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, that comes with the chosen one life as well.
yes,
Or just being a dope person, or just having light.
yeah,
People stalk us, and a lot of people don't really be believing it, because they like, oh, you just some regular person who would stalk you.
yep,
No, that comes with the territory. You don't got to be a celebrity. I always say chosen ones are spiritual celebrities. Like, people really do be stalking us.
yes,
I haven't had it like the way you did. But people's always watching me every day. So definitely it happens. Like, chosen ones, you gotta be careful what you put on social media.
Oh my yes.
When you go somewhere, you gotta post after you leave
Day
because yep, it's crazy. But yeah, you can tell your story if you want to about like people stalking you if you want to.
even like just recently I came across my like spiritual direction because for the longest time I think a lot of us could relate that we came from a more religious background.
Hmm.
Oh, with religion, I think that's another thing we can talk about too, is that coming from a religious background or whatever, whichever background you came from, but and religion, it kind of humbles you more to the point where you don't really think anything of yourself, honestly. All the attention is directed to just talking about Jesus. It's just like, don't talk about yourself. You're like
Hmm.
in the ground, talk about God, talk about Jesus. And I mean, that's okay and all, but no, you are made in God's image. You should think highly of yourself. Not to
Right,
you're being like a narcissist, of course not. But you know, there's
right.
confidence there. And so when a lot of my friendships will go to crap or certain things happen, I'm just wondering like, well, what went wrong or what did I do or what didn't I do? But this whole time I'm thinking so low
Hmm.
of that I didn't see that it was my personality. It
Hmm.
just me being myself that a lot of people grew uncomfortable with. It's like me being
Yeah.
myself drew them towards me, but then once they got too close, they couldn't handle
Hmm. Yeah.
it. It's like,
They
oh,
get blinded by
right,
that light.
right.
Yeah. They
It's
get blinded by the
watch
light. Yeah.
from behind somewhere in the blinds because they won't.
Right.
The light won't get you too much. But when you're right there up close, it's like, oh no, 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 no. So that happened a lot, even in my in religion.
Yeah.
And when you don't, when you're ignorant, that's why you tell you knowledge is power. When you're ignorant, you don't know who you are. You
Hmm.
be attacked a lot. And
Yes.
you're not really equipped, even though you think you.
Hmm.
So that was
Right.
much a lot what happened to me, and it took this last fallout with the girl for me for all the lights to kind of come on, and I start getting more signs from the universe, things, synchronicities, start everything just start coming together after this last incident, which took place about last August.
Hmm.
And me and this girl, we were friends for about 8 years.
Hmm.
She was never really my friend. She was okay when I was again, I didn't know who I was. And I thought
Hmm.
highly of myself. And she really thought she was better than me. So people,
Hmm.
when they don't see you as a threat, when they think you're beneath them, yeah, they'll have you around. Yeah, they'll, you know, when you
Yeah.
don't really love yourself, it's like, okay, misery loves company. But once you start to love yourself, you start growing, you start knowing who you are. It's like, oh, who she thinks she is?
Yeah.
Why'd you post that yesterday? You know, she starts saying things like, well, I mean, I saw your video. You didn't have to say literally. She's like, you didn't have to say that in the video. No, take that down. Take
Yeah.
it down, do it over. And I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah. They try to control us. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, never
Hmm.
in life would I ever. That's like if I watch your video and you could say something that I might not necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
Ever gives me the right to call you up or text you. Angie,
Right.
in this video, nah, not feeling
Right.
what?
Yeah.
No, so she
Yep.
started to do this like often, like a lot. And the same person, she kept telling me every time she would come to me almost every day, every other day with a problem, something that was going on.
Oh yeah.
And I'm a Libra. They say,
Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. Hmm.
but for me, I never like to let my problems overtake me. So I'm always trying to give people more encouragement. Look to the brighter side of the situation than to
Hmm.
into the situation. And every time after we would finish, she would be like, "You're like a therapist, you know. Like you really make me feel better when we get off the phone, and I can't wait to talk to you
Yeah.
tomorrow." And she was
Right.
3, 4 times throughout the day, taking up all my time.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah. Yeah. They energy drain you. They energy vamp you. Yep.
yeah,
That's what you're there for. You're not really there for their friendship. You're there for them to just use you. They're like, okay, so she's gonna be my emotional toilet bowl.
yeah,
Got it.
Oh,
They group us, so they have their real friends, and we're going into the friendship being genuine, but really they're like, oh yeah, I'm an energy vampire for her,
yep.
and they're gonna be my emotional toilet bowl. That's why when you try to invite them to parties or your birthday party, they're like, girl, we not really friends. Like, you a toilet bowl. What you invite me to your party for? Like, they act funny.
Yep.
That's the reason why. And we're just, oh, I thought we was cool. No, you're their emotional toilet bowl, and you supposed to stay in your lane. But
Of
they're not gonna say that to you. They're gonna let you know they've been using you all that time.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now it makes sense because my eyes are like wide open now, but at the time they were just a little
Right.
open. But she made it her mission to just always tell me that. Like she's like, you have a calling on your life. There's something about you. There's something special. Looking back, I feel like I think she was trying to like spiritually attack me, and she
Yeah.
realized was not getting nowhere because we're divine.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we're not aware, we're divinely protected. And I
Yeah.
think making her angry every day to see that nothing she was trying to do or say, like she would try to put fear tactics in my heart or doubt,
Yeah.
and they
Mm-hmm.
weren't getting to me.
Yeah.
And even if I was ignorant, I've never been weak minded. You know,
Right.
chosen ones, we're not weak. Yeah, we've gone through a lot of things, and we always come back out on top, but we're not weak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And once she started to see that more and more, she couldn't pretend anymore. Again, that mask starts
Right.
to
Yeah.
start to come
Can't
up.
pretend.
Yep.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I had similar situations like that, but that's really what it is. It's weird. It's like they're drawn to our light, but they don't want to become like us. They just want to use us
Yeah.
or take us out. They want to like destroy us. That's really what it is. Because if you think about, I never understood. I'd be like, if I was around somebody of light, or you're around somebody who, okay, like I don't got money. So if I want to be around somebody who got money, or somebody who's good with beauty, or someone who's good in some type of skill that I'm interested in, I'm gonna take notes. But
Right.
these people don't take notes. They go, she got the personality I want. She has the spiritual light I want. She got the wisdom. Oh yeah, I want to kill her. That's how they think. These people are crazy. This is how these people really
Absolutely.
think. They
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, all right, I see your light. Now I'm gonna kill it.
Mm.
Instead of getting next to us and just going, all right, let me see what they do. But then there are some people who mimic everything that we do, but mimicking isn't becoming.
Yes.
So it's like they literally jack your whole life. That's the narcissist. They literally will jack your whole life, but
Mm.
they're not it. Then and they also, like you said before, they get mad because they know that we're the real deal, and they're not. They're
Exactly.
they're the false image of what we are.
Yeah.
So they get so mad, they get so pissed with us. So it's
Yeah.
like it starts out as admiration, then they start copying, then they get pissed off because they can't destroy us, they can't ruin what we really truly are. Then
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, now I just got to sabotage this person. That's where all that comes from. And then it turns into hate, and it could get really dangerous. If you don't pick up on it, it could get really dangerous.
Yes.
Anything is possible to happen, basically. But I had the same experiences. The only thing I want chosen ones, I want y'all to like believe what you're going through. Like a lot of us is like, we see and be like, no, that's not what it really is. And we try to shine our light on people. One thing I noticed is that withdraw your light sometimes. Withdraw your light and try to see how these people are when you don't feed them. You ever be talking to somebody or be around someone, like withhold your conversation sometimes.
Yeah.
Withhold that energy. Like when I come in, you know how like I came in like, hey y'all. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Sometimes don't do that. Sometimes withdraw and I be like, and see what they do. This is
Mm.
how you peep energy vampires, because these people, they're empty. So they hang around you just to energy vamp off you, charge up. These
Yeah.
people really do leave us and be like, oh, I can start my week. No, don't give them nothing. I'm telling you, oh yeah, I just took that emotional shit. Oh yeah, I'm good. That's why they call you early in the morning before they start work or before you start work, because they need to, they like, crackheads, they're heroin addicts. They got to charge up off your energy, you know? So
Mm.
now I just be like quiet sometimes. I ain't got nothing to say. I'll show up to brunch or to dinner quiet. How was your week? It was all right. How was your week? They just be looking at me. They just be blinking. They be like, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. You good? You like your food? Oh, okay. And I peep game. I peep it. This is how I sort out the energy vampires. This is how I know people using. Who are
Yes.
the users, you know? So chosen ones, I would say withdraw your energy sometimes so you can sort out and see who's who. You know what I'm saying? See who's who. Because some people are not your friend. And I feel like raise your friendship requirements too.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Absolutely.
Raise your friendship requirements. Where I don't think I had that much of friendship requirements, but now I do. And now that I do, everyone can't have access to my light. You know, you can't say, you know, I like to say, oh, protect your spirit like a ruby in a vault, you know, or millions or billions of dollars in a vault. Why would you protect that? You lock that up.
Yeah.
So lock yourself up like that. Not that you know, let people in who are equally as bright as you are, you know, who have a lot to offer. But I also know now, knowing that I'm a chosen one, everybody can't be my friend, you
No.
know, and we attract a lot of people who want to trauma bond with us.
Broken
Of course,
individuals.
you know, of course they want to be your friend. They want to be your friend because they know that you have the experience, you have the light, you have the wisdom, and that's the reason why they want to be your friend. It's not because they really want to build with you.
Yeah.
So now I have friendship standards. So I'm peeping game as I get to know people. What is their conversation based on? I'm peeping.
Mhm.
Are they always talking about Tyrone from 30 years ago? That means they're in an emotional cycle.
Mhm.
If I can, another thing is if I can verbatim say your whole trauma story. You ever know those people? They tell the same story the same way
Oh my.
over and over. I be on the phone like, and then homegirl said, because she say the same story over and over again. That's the person who's stuck in their trauma.
Yeah.
I can't be friends with someone like that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hear that same Tyrone story 100 times. Then what if you mention therapy to them? What if you mention church to them? What if you mention a life coach to them? Oh no, they don't need a life coach. They don't need a pastor. You know why? Because you their life coach. You're
Mm.
their therapist. You're their pastor. You're the emotional toilet bowl. They like, oh no, I don't need to pay for therapy. I got you. They're not going to say that, but that's what they really doing. They're really using you.
Yes. Ab-
So now I've limited access. Now I'm like, oh shit, I'm really valuable. Nah, I can't let nobody just get to me like that. Nope. Nope. When you come in the chat, guys, click like for us. Thank you.
Please. And we'll definitely get to some of the comments that's down here too.
Yeah, they just laughing. I looked at it. You said, as a chosen one, how do you guys discern people? Oh yeah, I'm saying that now. That's how I do it. I feel people's energy. What
Yeah.
are they talking about? Are they talking about, like, I'll let you talk, but if you keep mentioning the same story 5, 6 times, no, we're
Yeah.
not a good friendship match. We're
Yeah.
not. We're not, because that's letting me know that you're in this trauma cycle.
Mhm.
Now, I just new details to the story. Okay, I'm gonna listen, but you telling the same fucking story? No.
Get it. How are you
You
not tired of talking about it?
right.
How do you don't
They
know
don't
people
want to
tired of
heal. They don't want to heal. They don't want to move on. But yes, but yet, because I'm your friend. I had a narcissist one time said, you have to listen to me because you're my friend. The hell I don't. No, I don't. I hung up on her. I hung up on her. Yes, I did. You always listen to me. Why today you don't want to listen? Because I'm tired of it. Click, hung up on them. You
Yeah.
have to do that. Hang up on people. Don't answer. Don't. I'm telling you, you'll feel sick. You'll get headaches. Um, you feel drained. There's been time get off the phone like boom. I just knock out. Just take a nap. You know, I can't do it. So that's really how I judge people when it comes to friendship. A lot of people who are in pain, they'll see someone like Amber, they'll see someone like myself and be like, "Oh, I want to be their friend." Oh, I bet you do. You feel me? I bet you do want to be our friend. I want to be our friend too.
Yeah.
But are you really about that healing life? No.
Mm.
Are you really about that healing life? Are you really about that positive talk? Are you really about making changes in your life? Or you just want to feed your ego, talking about narcissists are chasing you and stalking you, and you talking about Tyrone from 30 years ago, or something that, like, why are you on that? I can't do it. No. So these are the things I look out for. What kind of spiritual and mental state is that person in?
Yes. And like you talking about this I hope this person's not in the chat, but knowing this person is definitely a monitoring spirit, so I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm not
Let
gonna.
them talk. Talk. Let them listen. Go ahead. Anybody stalking and watching me? Hey, girl. How you doing? Hey, I know you watching. What's up?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that this was an actual family member. So sometimes it's not even just a friend; it's family.
Mm-hmm.
I always say this because
Yeah.
I'm turned off by that term so much because in my eyes it's like, yeah, we could have came from the same mother, same bloodline, but no.
Right.
Yeah, like looking back, like, and it's like you feel that rage. Chosen ones, I feel like we feel that rage after a while. And you do wake up, and then you can look back to all the people that were
Yeah.
really dumping, draining, and
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, like they've been doing this to me for years. And you want to be so helpful. You want to be there. Like I'm a Libra, and we are known to be like the therapist of the group because yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
thing, even if I didn't know you, if I saw two people arguing or fighting, there's something that's in the empath in me too. It's something join me like,
Yeah.
no, don't fight. Look, you guys, we can talk this out. It's not that serious. Like you're always trying to intervene, even when it has nothing to do with you, or even if someone didn't
Mm-hmm.
just feel that need to be drawn to help. But that can be the same thing that comes back to bite you later. That
Yeah.
learn to just mind your business, and some people have to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to see people suffer, but some people have to suffer, and you have to
Yeah.
do that. I
Right.
tell you that because when you get yourself involved in other people's drama and other people's mess, you end up going right down with them.
Right.
And I noticed with this individual, yep, never asked me how my day was going, never asked about my children really, maybe a little spring.
Mm-hmm.
Not no. It was just to talk about this literally the same damn problem over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
The problem's been going on. It started back in 2016. We're in 2023 and they're still there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And because
Mm-hmm.
I stopped to it, so I completely said, you know what? I did, like you said, don't want to hear it. Do not call me about it no more. I had to be, yeah, and it hurt me to be more assertive, but I just could not take it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Right after I did that, crickets, nothing. Wouldn't know if I was, well, of course, this person's still monitoring spirit, but other than that, they wouldn't know if I was dead or not.
They don't really care. A lot of times they don't care.
Once,
You were just there to serve the purpose.
once I cut the
Oh,
cord,
really, they don't care.
yeah, I said, you need to heal. Leave. Leave this person. Leave. Heal. Oh, it's not that simple. It's not that easy. Okay, but you've been talking about this since 2016. So we're in 2023. Even if it takes year by year, at least you should be way further than what you
Right.
were back when you first started talking about it.
Right.
But that's the
Fish
thing.
has a
You
plan.
low key
Right.
probably love it. Some people love toxicity. It's familiar.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And healing, shadow work, talking about positive things, they're not interested in that. That requires too much of a change for them.
Yeah.
And change to some people is so scary to the point that they would rather choose suffering life because it's familiar than to do something that's better for your spirit in the long run. And
Mm-hmm.
these people can be parents, they can have children, not realizing that the trauma that they are exposing the children to or other people to is going to mess them up as well in the long run. They don't care.
No.
because it's all about them.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, definitely,
It's
definitely
like a internal hell. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's
Mm-hmm.
friends
Mm-hmm.
and it's family, and it can be co-workers, church members, whoever. Like, don't just look at it. It could, no, even if it's family, please. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, your sanity is more worth it. And understand that even family members can be jealous of you. It's not just friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. Oh yeah, I've been through that as well. It's just that, I have such a small family, so it was the friends that I feel like impacted me more in my adulthood, and family like screwed me up in my childhood more, Um, but another thing that I think that happens too with chosen ones in friendships, in relationships, is that I think agents are sent. I think I talked about this before. I feel like agents are sent to us to throw us off,
Oh,
right? Yeah. So chosen ones are given certain spiritual assignments to do. That's how I feel. We're given certain spiritual assignments, or there'll be a certain group of people that God wants you to work with, right?
yeah,
So when you're on a spiritual assignment or a spiritual mission, there's going to be demons around. There's going to be agents around that are literally going to distract you so you can't finish that assignment. It's almost like when you watch those movies when it's like a contractor, a hitman or something. We're kind of like a spiritual hitman. We go in to help people, we move on, we disappear, right? With no trace.
yeah,
But there's going to be other people from different governments who are trying to send in agents to throw us off. That's how I look at it, right?
yeah,
And you'll even have people who literally try to, who's that? Hey, glad you caught us. Oh, you're in Amsterdam? Ow. There's going to be people who will come in to throw you off, right?
yeah,
So they'll literally try to jack your personality or try to, how can I say, throw you off of your destiny. So let
yes,
me give you an example. I used to have this friend who was a psychologist, right? And I looked up to her. All right. I looked up to her. And I didn't notice. See, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, this woman she has a PhD. She got a husband. She got 2 cars, 2 properties, money out the ass. She's working at a university, and she's got an at-home business, counseling people. So she's got money out her ass, right?
yeah,
Good looking, tall, slim, she's not an ugly woman. She got it going on. That's what I thought. Hey, Brooklyn's in the house. All right, I'm from Queens, guys. So I thought, oh, this is someone who I can look up to, who can kind of like, motivate me to do better in life.
yeah,
No, the whole entire time, this woman was an agent. This
mm,
woman was trying to stray me off of who I really am, right?
yeah,
So basically, she would say to me, oh, why don't you just get a government job? Or why don't you do this? Or why don't you do that? And I'll be like, why would I do that when I've already told you who I am?
right,
Already I went to beauty school, I became a hairstylist. Why are you telling me to go do this when I'm supposed to be doing this? And it was crazy because when I was a hairstylist, all of my clients would confess to me, would talk to me, not knowing that later on I would become like a life coach, you
mm,
know? So it's kind of like therapy and training.
yeah,
Um, it's just like so many people said, you know what? You might not have been the best hairstylist, but I kept going to you because I was able to talk to you. You changed my life. You helped me with my marriage. You helped me with my kids. You helped me. And I'm like, what? Me? So
right,
it's like I was basically doing healing work, not realizing it at the moment, but she was trying to throw me off. You get what I'm trying to say? She
yeah,
was sending me all these different type of jobs and she thought I should do. Why, if I'm telling you I'm doing soul work or I'm doing something that is my talent, why are you trying to throw me off to do something else? So you got to be careful with this, guys. There'll be people who come in. Then she started to she stepped it up a notch and she started to insult me, right? Yeah, she started to insult me. So, everybody knows I have this crazy style sometimes. I change my wigs, I change my makeup. I have my little style, right?
Hey,
Little
yeah.
by little, it started to go, why you wear makeup?
Oh my gosh.
What made you do that nail color? Why'd you do that hair color? And I'm going, huh? Where's this coming from? And it's because the stronger you become chosen one, they can't throw you off. They're like, all right, now I'm gonna just throw in the jabs. They come in the ring, and like I'm about to knock her out. So she just kept stepping it up.
Mhm.
This is when it really clicked to me. She'd been doing this for years, guys, but a lot of us, we look up to people, we know people for years,
Yeah.
and we try not to think like that because we don't think we're not savages. Chosen ones are not savages. We don't think like that, right?
Yeah.
So finally, 2020 hits. I was working at a customer service job before the pandemic hits, right? She didn't say nothing about that job. So she was okay. Hey, Ashley, glad you caught the live. Um, so I was working a customer service job. She was good with that. So she wanted me here. She always wanted me to be low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when 2020 hit, the pandemic hits, and I just get into like creative mode. I started doing t-shirts on Teespring. Um, I still was doing hair because the salons were closed. Like I just went into creative mode. Basically, I survived the whole entire year just making money and being creative, pretty much. I did a podcast. Like I was on a roll, right?
Mhm.
She orders t-shirts from my Teespring, and she's the only one that hits me up and goes, "Oh, this is crap." That's what she says. "This is crap. This is horrible material." I said, "Really?" I said, "Because I ordered the same shirts." I said, "Well, I like mine." I said, "No problem. Teespring will give your money back. Just go ahead and return it." So she started to basically insult all my creative work. I did a poetry book years ago, insulting my book. "Oh, I read your poem about religion. I didn't like that one." Like anything that when it came to my identity and
Yeah.
my creativity, they start to just try to belittle you. Okay. They try to devalue you. So then when she's knew I did a podcast, "Oh yeah, I don't have time to listen to it." And anything that had to do with my identity or creativity, she was insulting. So you're gonna have this happen to you, chosen ones. I'm telling you.
I'm sitting
Keep
here at the screen like, where's she at?
she's in Atlanta, guys. She live in Atlanta. I went no contact with her last year. And it just got worse. It got worse. So in 2021, I went to Atlanta,
Mhm.
and she shows up with her husband and her two nephews. And I thought that was weird because we were supposed to meet up alone. I
Right.
was like, that's weird. Whatever. The entire dinner, she didn't talk to me. And I was like, that's strange. I had not seen her since 2019. It's 2021, so we haven't seen each other in 2 years. Why did you even ask to link up with me? You show up with your husband and your two nephews, so we really couldn't talk. And what she did in front of her husband, I didn't like this, and this let me know she was trying to devalue me. She was like, "Oh, how are things financially?" I was like, "Oh, it's okay. Things gotten better. The pandemic was really rough, but things are starting to smooth out now, and I have unemployment now. Like I'm okay. I'm doing good. Things are picking up."
Yeah.
She was like, "Well, see, I told you to go work for the FBI. I gave you the links." And she's saying this in front of her husband
Right.
and the two nephews. And I'm just looking at her like, is this crazy? Like just trying to like devalue me. I bring up somebody, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go meet so and so." Well, weren't they in jail before? Like every little thing, she just started nitpicking the entire, evening. So I noticed that when I got back to my hotel after leaving her, I
Mhm.
started to feel sick. I had like flu-like symptoms. Yes, it's a true story. I had flu-like symptoms. I said, "Oh my God, maybe I had got, Covito from one of them."
Right.
No, that was just, I know her artwork is beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
was I was just like, what the hell is that? So I started to feel sick. And to me, that was just a sign like this person's spirit is so low You literally started to feel physically ill. The
Mm,
next time I was flying back to New York, I woke up, I felt fine. There was none of those symptoms there. Everything was okay. I'm talking about my throat was closing up. I thought like maybe I had a food allergy. My throat was closing up. My nose was closing up. I'm sneezing. I'm coughing. I had a sore throat. I didn't have no hives and nothing. I was just like, what is that? I was like, yeah, I got COVID. I was like, I don't care. I'm getting back on that plane. Then there. I feel like her energy so dark and so low that she made me literally sick.
wow.
And I had enough. I had enough. And the real last straw was she contacted me on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Everyone knows that I don't celebrate holidays. And keep in mind, this woman has known me since I was a child. So she knows, I gave up holidays maybe about 7, 8 years ago. So I feel like she was being an asshole. She said, Merry Christmas. And I said, what are you talking about? This time I was like, I'm done. I said, girl, what are you talking about? I said, what do you mean Merry Christmas? I said, I don't celebrate Christmas. She said, oh yeah, I do know. I said, how do you know? I haven't celebrated Christmas in 8 years. Why are
Mm,
you saying Merry Christmas? And it's almost like they trying to antagonize you. They're trying to amp you up.
yeah.
That's the last time I spoke to her. That was what was that? December 2021. She starts calling me. She starts emailing me. Then she shows up at my house. Okay. Then she emails me and says, yeah, I was just at your house ringing your bell, banging on your door. I wanted to know if you were alive. What? Girl, I'm not dead. Because we have like 50 mutual, people that we know from church, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, guys, with that long ass story, I just wanted to let you know there's going to be people who come in, they want to throw you off. This woman insulted everything about me. And when people start insulting you, I want you to say, what do you like about me? Because
Mm,
every time I see you, you have something to say about my personality. You got something to say about my looks. You got something to say about my job. Look them people right in the face and be like, what do you like about me? Because every time I talk to you, you insulted me.
mm.
Why are we friends? Why are we together? Why are we family? You don't like me. Admit it, you hate me. I know it's hard for you to be confrontational, but that's something I had to change over the years. You don't have to be like, oh, let's go outside and fight. You don't got to do all of that. Really look people in the face and be like, do you even like me? And I watch them, what you mean? They're gonna stutter. They're never gonna be sharp with it. They're gonna stutter. You're gonna catch them. They stuttering, you caught them.
Yep. Yep.
You caught
You are
These
so
people keep you around because you are of light, but they hate that you got the light, you got the personality, you got God's favor that they don't have, and they'll never have because they don't truly want it. They don't want to work for it.
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
it. Their soul is ugly. They're ugly, and that's why they don't have it. And they hate on you because you got it. You got the anointing that they wish they can have. And I really thought that this woman, I used to look up to this woman like a mentor. I really thought this woman
Mm,
had it all. She don't have shit because she don't have peace. She clearly don't love herself. She don't like herself. She even talks to her husband like crap.
yeah.
She even talks to her husband like a dog in the street. And she hated the fact, oh, her husband loved me. Girl, that's the reason why I said to you, I don't like mean people husband. Her husband loved me. He was more excited to see me that day than she was.
Yes.
He
Mm,
was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing in Atlanta? Oh, you look so nice. Look at your nails. Look at your hair, girl. You so fly. And I was looking at him like, yeah, if you don't shut up, you about to make some problems. Where you going? You going to the club? You going to the lounge? And she looking at him like, and that's when she was just like, oh, how's your finances? Because that's all you could say. That's all you could say. What, you gonna call me fat? You gonna call me broke? Okay, what's new? But at the end of the day, you ain't got my soul, baby. Even your husband was open.
okay.
Okay. I ain't want him. I don't want him. I'm just letting y'all know that. But I'm just saying, these people, even their loved ones, like you more than them,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they hate that. They
Oh,
hate that. And
oh my.
you gotta get away from them. You gotta
Yeah.
get away. I pray for that man. I hope he divorced her. I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay.
He's too nice. He's too nice. But yeah, I don't want y'all to get caught up in, oh, that person has more money than me, or that person has some type of value that you don't have. It don't mean shit,
Yeah.
because spiritual um wealth is the only wealth that really counts on this planet. That's
Yeah.
it. They don't teach us that, but that's really what it is. She didn't have it. She didn't have it. And she always used to say, "Oh my gosh, you overcome so much that things that would have killed me. How do you do it?" So she really did admire me,
Yeah.
but instead it just started to come out in hate.
Yep. It always does. It always will go to
It
hate.
just started to come out, and it was sad. She even tried to hook me up. They even try to set you up. That's what's crazy. They try to sabotage you.
Oh, of
She
course.
tried to hook me up with his cousin, and his cousin was a best girl,
Mm.
and I had to block his cousin, her husband's cousin. And she said, "Oh, what happened?" They'll still try to sabotage you guys. You got to be careful. These people are crazy.
Oh.
She tried to hook me up with some crazy man, and when she was supposed to pick me up from the airport, she sent the cousin to come pick me up.
Mm. Like
This
what?
is the stuff. These people are dangerous. Yes. When I came to visit, instead of her coming to pick me up from the airport, she sends the cousin that she was trying to hook me up with. You don't really know this man. Just because he's your husband's relative, that
Right.
man could have did anything to me.
Exactly.
But this is how these people are. They try to sabotage you. They try to sabotage the chosen one.
Yeah.
They want you in a bad relationship. They want you to be broke. They
Yeah.
don't want you to look good. That's
No.
why you said, when you start changing, you start elevating. And I think she saw that. Once she saw, like, damn, she's really coming into her own. And I in 2020, I had cut all my hair off, right? And I dyed my hair blue. I always wanted to dye my hair blue. And I said, it's a pandemic. We in the house. I ain't gotta work. I'm cutting all my hair off and dyeing it blue. She was so disgusted with that. Her husband said, "Yo, your hair matches your energy. Wow, I love it. It looks good." She was like, "Why would you do that? Ugh." You know, this get away from people like that.
Yeah.
Anybody who's insulting your identity, insulting your personality, insulting your spirit, get away from them. They're not playing, they're not joking. They're
No.
serious.
Yeah.
They're serious. And you got to understand, if you come from an abusive background, chosen one, you're internalizing these words.
Yeah.
And eventually it does. You're not that strong like you think you are. A lot of chosen ones, you start to believe what you're told,
Mm.
especially if you come from a toxic home, and you really gonna be sitting there like, damn, maybe I am stupid. Maybe I don't deserve more. Eventually it does get to some chosen ones. Some chosen ones can't just brush it off.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. But
Definitely.
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm yapping.
Oh no, you're good. Depending on where you're coming from, like you said, your background, that's definitely can be the case. Um,
Mhm,
I grew up around my mother's a narcissist and
mhm,
never gave me compliments. So for me, it was a little easier to. I've always had to be my own superhero because
mhm.
the woman who birthed me always showed she hated me. So when you
Right.
grow up with your mom being your number one hater,
Yeah.
nobody else can really like tear you down because you already were already torn down by the woman who had you, you
You're
know?
used to the energy. Mhm.
Right. So I would be quick to like try to wipe it off. But like you said, behind closed doors, I'll be like, do I have a target on my back or something? Like, what the hell is wrong with everyone?
Yeah.
From time to time, I would think like, could it be true? Or but then eventually it will kick in. No, I know what I'm doing. I'm going in with pure intentions, pure motives. They turned this into something that it wasn't meant to be. So eventually
Right.
I'm able to kick off that feeling. But yeah, I get what you're saying that
Yeah.
coming from that toxic background, you can start to believe certain things if you hear it. And I commend you for,
Mhm.
because especially growing up with a Virgo mom, and she would be very highly critical of me, and I hated that. I don't
Right.
care for criticism. If I didn't ask you for your opinion, why the hell are you?
Right.
I didn't ask you. So
Yeah.
she probably wouldn't even lasted more than, it probably would have took two insults for me to be ready to toss her to the curb, because I'm not,
Yeah.
but people,
Yeah.
they'll keep trying to pick and pick to see how far they can get with you. Everyone's
Yep.
always testing you in some type of capacity. And I always wanted to
Yeah.
tell people out here, remember that people treat you what you allow,
Right.
right?
Yep.
That's huge. What you allow will.
Mhm.
There's a saying, and it says, I will die on this hill alone. Meaning,
Mhm.
if everybody in the world was against me and say, no, 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 you're no, you're this, you're that, you take
Right.
confidence to say, you know what? No, I'm good. I don't care if all 100 people are out here throwing stuff, telling me this and that. You have to have the confidence enough to say no. All 100
Right.
are wrong,
Mhm.
because we are living in this matrix system. We're living in this 3D dimensional world where the senses are where we put most of the focus on. And
Right.
people cannot see past whatever circumstances or whatever they're going through.
Mhm.
This woman that you were talking about, she didn't love herself. She actually absolutely hated herself.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
easy for her to attack you,
Yeah.
because that took the attention off of her own miserable thoughts that was
Yeah.
running. All the
Yep.
people that come against chosen ones, they're miserable. All of them.
Yep.
None of
Mhm.
them love themselves, are content, are happy. They're miserable.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
Lovers, I always say this in all my videos, because it's, again, they're all the same. It does not matter.
Right.
Family,
Mhm.
co-workers, church members, neighbors. If they start just attacking you for no reason, coming against you, they're miserable. And they
Yeah.
know, and they see that
They're
light.
projecting that shit onto you.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
They do not love
They,
themselves.
yeah. They need that. They need that company.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. And when you're like not, you're not healed, or you're like you haven't stepped into your power, where I'm like, they say dark empath or dark chosen one, you're going to keep taking the abuse. You're not going to feel confident enough to step up. And this is the reason why you have to keep practicing speaking up for yourself. Chosen ones have to speak up for yourself. You have to. It's
Absolutely.
not easy, but you got to practice it. Just start off little by little, and you get more confident the more you start speaking up for yourself. You become more confident.
Yes.
It doesn't. I used to sit there, as big as I am, you would think these people would have been scared I was going to stomp them out. No, they was not scared to talk to me like any old kind of way.
Yeah.
Would you try it now? No. Most of them would not try it now. They'll be
Yeah.
too scared to do that.
Yeah.
And when you become confident and you're speaking up for yourself, you're defending yourself, your energy starts to shift. And when
Mm.
your energy starts to shift, people know, oh yeah, I can't fuck with her. I can't fuck with her. They're
Huh?
gonna know. They may look at you, they might try to test you a little bit, test your waters to see, but most of the time your energy starts to change with the practice of you sticking up for yourself, speaking up for yourself. Pretty
Yes.
much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I love how you said,
What?
oh, were you about to say something?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll
Oh,
say it after.
yeah, I love how you said, stop and ask them, like, what is it that you like about me? That is
Yup.
that is
Yup.
funny, because when it came to this family member, which is one of my siblings, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my other siblings, I have two siblings. So the oldest sibling was, she likes to be the mediator. And the crazy part is that when you're a chosen one, there's some type of narcissist dynamic somewhere. Whether you were born into it or you meet it, it's going to come to you eventually, because I just think it comes along with the package, unfortunately.
Right.
So I was born into it, and the I would be considered a black sheep. My other siblings a black sheep, and
Mm-hmm.
some people, again, I'm a realist. I'm gonna call it for what it is. I don't care if you don't like it. It is what it is.
Right.
But there's some people who like to sugarcoat. So the other,
Mhm.
like, still thinking that there can be some type of family dynamic, even though it's clearly toxic, clear as day, you know?
Right.
And she would do these things where she would try to three-way us, like she would call me and then have her on three-way, or call me like, oh hey, such and such call, let me three-way us. Like literally without my permission, didn't say, and I'm verbally letting you know I don't like this other person.
You should have been like, "Click."
No, so that's the funny thing is I did, right?
Okay.
So then that's when the golden child called, called back.
Mhm.
And I think I was telling you before that my Chiron is in Leo. So that's where I was injured and not asserting myself or speaking up. My biggest thing is I block,
Yeah.
you're done. Like in my world, once you,
Right.
but sometimes no, you do have to read a person and
Mhm.
then get rid of them. Some people
Yeah.
go completely ghost, don't say not another word. And that's what I like to do. I'm not wasting
Yeah.
my or time on a person that I know I don't give a shit about anymore. If I don't care about you,
Right.
cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
But
ghosting is good too. I like ghosting too.
yeah, yes, it's one of my favorites. But
Mhm.
the toxic family dynamic, they just don't go away. Even if it's plain as day, you don't want to be bothered. You're no longer entertaining their bullshit. They don't care.
Right.
So for the first time, I said, you know what? The after I hung up on the black sheep and the golden child was on three-way, then the golden child decided to call me back. And I thought that was very bold of her. But I said, okay.
Mhm.
So I answer and I get on there and I'm just filled with rage because as you know, Libras, we don't really care for confrontation. It's like
Right.
I can do anything to get around this or get away from it, I will. So the
You
block,
will. Right.
but I was forced to confront it. And I said, you know what? Why are you calling me?
Right.
Why are you calling? What do you mean? You don't like, I said, you don't like me.
Right.
And this caught her off guard because she wasn't
Uh-huh. It catches them off guard. They don't expect you to ask that.
prepared.
Mhm. Or say that. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, the stuttering. What are you talking about? Of course, you're my little sister. I don't care about no little sister. You don't like me.
Right. Right.
You copy me. You belittle me. You don't.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
never ask how I'm doing. Everything is always about you. You don't.
Yeah.
I told her, so you don't f with me. So why are you calling me?
Right.
Oh, it's just I've been busy. I was moving and I have kids and things like that. All of this stuff, right? And
Yeah.
I,
Lying.
I have more children than her, and I still don't make.
Right.
You don't like me. Do not.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the other sibling was on the phone. She was on the phone. And the funny part is, though, even though the other sibling likes to become this counselor, she was quiet. She didn't really
Right.
have to say them because they weren't ready for me to stand up for myself. So I'm glad,
Right.
yes, chosen ones. You have to stand up for yourself. Does
Yes, you have to.
and
You're
once you
not gonna
run
survive out here. You're not gonna survive. You're not. You have to stand up for yourself.
absolutely.
Mhm. You have
And
to.
no one can force you to like them. No one can force.
Mhm.
It does not matter what the
Nope.
when you see
Nope.
a person for who they are, believe them. That's another thing I want to leave with you all. When someone showed you who are the very first time, if you want to save yourself from a lot of damn heartache, I have become so no nonsense that it's even scary because you literally
Right.
have not even one time to mess up with me. No.
Right. I'm waving to the people in the chat. You're saying hello, but I don't want to interrupt you, so I'm like leaving.
Yeah, I did too. But yeah, you save yourself a lot of heartache when you don't give people so many chances. You
Yes.
get when people you want to be around people that value you. Okay.
Yes.
I
Yes.
I lost a lot of friends, and it was one friend in particular. Me and him were still friends. And I asked him, I said, this is before I had my awakening. And I just was like,
Mhm.
what is it that I'm doing? Or like, what is it
Right.
air? Like, I don't get it. And I said, all my other friends have turned on me or switched up, or I've had to get rid of them. I said,
Yeah.
so what's up with you? Like nothing bad has happened with you. We're still cool. We're still good. What is it? Didn't
Right.
time at all. He said, "I value you." Wait,
Mm.
but I,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, okay. He said, "Yeah." And when you value something, you don't play around with it. You don't do
Right.
to allow that thing to slip through your fingers or to go away. When you value something, you take care of it.
Right.
You that thing is like almost like number one. You're not going to be doing the dumb things. So if
Right.
someone truly cares about you, they love you, they're not going to put themselves in a position to lose you.
Right.
So you don't need to give people five, six, seven, eight chances and then they blame it on the fact that they're human. Oh, I made
Mhm.
we're all human. Absolutely no. That's not acceptable in my book. I'm human too.
Right. Right.
And what
Okay.
done to hurt you? Yeah.
Okay. We're at the hour mark. You can keep talking.
Okay.
I have to go to the restroom. You can hold it down.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be back.
Okay.
And then I'll let you go. I'll be back, guys. Okay.
Okay, guys. So yeah, when it comes to a lot of things, knowing your worth and realizing that people who don't people who don't value you the first time, they don't deserve that spot. You're welcome, Ashley. Yes, they don't deserve that time to be in your life. You don't have to keep giving people all these chances when especially you've told them a lot of us have told people our pain. A lot of us have told people our story. And that makes it 50 times worse when you told someone, hey, I've been through this hurt from this family member, from these friends, from these loved ones. And they hear you and they say things like, oh, I'm sorry this happened to you. I can't believe this happened to you. And then they add their own trauma to already the trauma you've already had. Those are evil and wicked people, and they don't deserve time in your life. And don't feel bad when you have to get rid of them, when you have to say no more, when you have to go no contact. Because when it comes to your peace, that is number one. Your peace is number one. Other people may be upset, they might be pissed off, they might even be hurt by the fact that you can no longer deal with them. But when it boils down to it at the end of the day, you have yourself. You have to take care of yourself. So if a person's like, well, we've known each other for this, and that amount of time, don't take it that way. Absolutely not. No. When the red flags go off, it's time for them to go. And I advise all of you to become more no nonsense. You can love God and still be a wonderful person and have standards and have boundaries. And when people I'll get to that. Ask Chrissy. I'll get to your comment. When people violate those boundaries, they need to know that there's consequences, and those consequences can be no longer having access. The first time they messed up with you, that's the last time. So they'll have to start over and be brand new to someone else because with you, time is out. But don't feel bad about it. I'm going to read Ask Chrissy's comment. It says, "I've cut my sister off a year ago. She had a baby, haven't seen or met her. It's painful because it has come to this, but I am tired of the abuse. Peace is number one." Amen. Chrissy, I'm in the same position with you. I've cut off, and the thing is, I didn't take my own advice. I'm telling you all this now after a lot of trial and error in my life. With me, I had to cut off my sister as well. And it's even worse when you have everyone else around you who was not as supportive. You can clearly see the abuse, you can clearly see the trauma, but other people, especially other family members, oh no, but that's your sister. Okay, yeah, you might not get along, you might not agree, but that's your sister. Still just using that family card to excuse abuse. No, no. I mentioned it before. When you had that saying, I will down this hill alone, pick your piece. If nobody agrees with you for cutting off your sister or something that was abusive or toxic, be okay that you did this for you. And no matter who it is, if they're coming between your they don't deserve a spot. So I'm sorry you had to cut off your sister, but just know you're not alone. because I've done the same, and it's
Mhm.
sad, especially when you looked up to that person, a younger sibling or older sibling. But for me, older sibling, and when you look up to people like that and you really care about them, it's and you have to say goodbye.
Mhm. Mhm.
The same thing will happen over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
Don't
Yep.
insanity. I love that quote where it says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and
Yeah.
expecting
Sanity. Mhm.
no pain for anyone.
Yep.
No.
And we let our family get away with a lot because that's what we're taught. We're taught like, oh, it's okay. It's your family. No.
That's all they have to
Mm-mm.
that's all they have to say.
Mhm.
That's family.
Yep.
Um,
Even your family knows that you're the chosen one.
yep.
Your family knows.
Yep.
That's why they've been mistreating you for years. Yeah, I went no contact with my brother.
Mm.
Um, my only sibling. I had to go no contact.
How long
You
has
know,
it
so October
so like
2020. Yeah, October 2022. So what is that? 6 months?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. His wife still has my number, so she'll text me once in a while.
yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't eat dinner, so I'm eating some cantaloupe. Okay, I'm gonna be chomping on on live.
Oh good.
Um, but yeah, I feel fine. You know, I
Yeah.
don't miss him or anything. I was never getting anything from him anyway,
Yeah.
so I didn't miss him. You don't really get anything from these family members, so it's like, why are you holding on to them? You're holding on to them because you're told to.
Yeah.
If you're in religion, they tell you, oh, that's, honor your father and your mother. Okay, I honor my father and my mother who respects me.
Okay.
And I am American. I understand a lot of the reasons why y'all hold on to is culturally.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of people who are like from different backgrounds, especially like Africans or Indians. They have like different cultural, or Asians. They have different cultural um belief systems, stuff like that. But I don't care. I think even if I was Asian or Indian or African, I would still go with no contact.
Yep.
You know? And they know what they've been doing. They know what they've been doing to you all these years. They're not stupid.
Nope.
His birthday just passed. He's an Aries, so his birthday just passed. I saw him looking through my Instagram stories a day after his birthday.
Mm.
These people know what they did to you, and it's got them like this. They ticking.
Yep.
They mad, guys. I'm telling you, whoever you went no contact with, whoever you stopped talking to because they disrespected you, they're not respecting your gangster as a chosen one. They've been abusing you, doing whatever they've been doing. These people are still watching you. They're stalking you. They're mad you got away. They're mad. How dare you get out of your position? You were supposed to be the black sheep. You were supposed to be the one that I abused. How dare you get out of your position? Get back in. So when they call you and they text you and they tell you I love you and I miss you, no, they don't. They're saying I miss abusing you. I miss you being in the position of being the black sheep. I miss you being in the position of being the emotional toilet bowl.
Yep.
Get back in your corner.
Yes.
That's what they miss. They don't miss you. How could they miss you? They don't even know you.
Don't even know you.
They don't even know you. If I
Mhm.
ask, if I got, I'll be on a live right now. If I call my brother right now, if I asked him, what's my favorite color? He couldn't tell you.
Yep.
What's my favorite food? He couldn't tell you. Who was my first boyfriend? He couldn't tell you. Who's my favorite artist? He couldn't tell you because he doesn't know me. These people don't know shit about you. All
No.
they know is that you trigger them, you make them feel some kind of way because your spirit is better than them. That's all they know. But they don't even know you.
At all. And they don't want to. And the thing is,
No. They
copy.
don't.
A lot of
They
them
don't.
copy you. Like with you, you have a brother. With those two siblings, they're both women. Now the older one, she's never tried to copy me. Has her own individuality, has her own life. She's well. The middle one
Mhm.
always was copycat syndrome. Using, I mean, down to the T, girl. Like, you know,
Mhm.
with my personality, I'm a huge goofball. I'm very silly. Um,
Mhm.
my own like slang. Like I use words weird on purpose. Like it's not like I don't know how to spell it. I do it weird on purpose.
Right.
So like for example, instead of saying don't, I'll put a Z on there. So I'll be like, girls, don't play, doing little funny stuff.
Yeah.
And she would literally do the same
Exactly.
thing. She would go through my Instagram following and follow all the girls I was following and try to be friends with them as well. Message. And the thing is, she never ever.
You're weirdos. Yeah.
Yes, never liked, never commented. Every now and then, if I was posting a picture with me and my children, she would like it. But just me by myself, never. Me and my man,
Nope.
never.
Nope.
She was on all of these other girls that she don't even know. She's following them from me. Don't even know
Right.
them there. Oh yes, girl, you did that. Oh, I love your hair. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, what?
It's like to give you to say happy birthday to you, to give you a compliment. It's like they gonna melt.
Yeah, 1 year.
They gonna they
Yeah,
gonna melt.
yeah,
They how what? They can't give you no compliment. They
yes,
can't tell you happy birthday. I don't know, has this ever happened to you? You be at your own birthday party and people singing happy birthday to you. They sitting there like this.
yep, yep. What?
Girl,
They can't hide
I
it.
remember it's disgusting. They can't even say happy birthday to you. It burn their soul up.
Yes. Yes. And I saw a
It's
comment on,
disgusting.
let me see
What
what
happened?
he put because I can relate to this and I hate it. His name is Karen Jail Carp. You said, same here, no contact with my brother, two for over 2 years, but my dad brings him up in conversation with me. So
Mm-hmm.
that, congratulations, that is triangulation. My narcissist
Yeah.
is famous for that. When
Yeah.
you make it clear you want nothing to do with them, you're done, you're over them. Here comes another
Yeah.
other narc person, toxic person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, today,
Trying to convince you.
yep, let's just say
Yeah.
his name was John. Oh, today John went to the carnival with his kids and they had a great time. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
didn't ask about John, don't care what John is doing with his children. I can
Mm-hmm.
care less. And they're still just going on and on about John. It's like, what are you not getting? If I want no contact with John, if I don't want anything else to do with John, why are you telling me about John?
Yep.
Triangulation at its finest. And then
Yep.
put your foot down and you say, I don't want to hear about John. I don't like John. He's abusive. They automatically,
Yeah.
no, your brother. You need to love John
Mm-hmm.
way.
Yeah. That's
Like,
why you got to cut their asses off too.
yes,
You
yes,
have to limit. You have to limit your conversation. You can't. You can't. I just did a video about that. You can't talk to people who will have a connection to your abusers. You can't.
yes.
You can't. Don't pick up that phone.
It's
Nope. Because you're always going to be the topic of conversation. They're going to tell your abusers your business. Whatever you tell them who's in connection to the abuser, they're going to go back and tell the abuser.
yes,
Always. They're not going to respect your boundaries. No, they're not. Because they have already a foundation of a relationship with the abuser. And a part of them is going to side with the abuser.
oh yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
quick to
Mm-hmm.
dismiss, that is one way to really piss me off. Is just to completely dismiss how I feel. That will
Right.
proof. And but that's the thing is that they want that energy. They want you to go off. And so I've been learning to just act like, when you just act unbothered, it kills them because
Right.
they get your energy. They want the reaction.
They want the reaction. So what my sibling did, once he noticed that I wasn't answering him anymore,
Yeah.
then he sent one text he sent. It said, "Oh, I hate my job." I looked at the text like, I don't give a damn. Why are you texting me this? Because they want to see emotionally where you're at. First of all, that's a manipulator.
Yes.
You and this person don't speak. Y'all don't have a relationship like that. Y'all don't hang out. I can't remember the last time I've ever been alone. The last time I was alone with my brother was 2016.
Mm.
2016, I took him to a concert, right? That's the
Yeah.
last time we were alone together. And we live in the same city in New York City, okay? We both live in Queens. So it's not like we're not far away from each other. There's no excuse. He has a vehicle and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he texted me, I hate my job. I looked at the text. I said, why are you texting me this? I don't care. I didn't answer. The next text is, oh, your niece has COVID. Okay. Every text is, this person's dead. I don't feel well. This person has COVID. Everything is negative. Just negative text is to prompt the emotions in you to see what your reaction is.
Yeah.
Because they know they've been abusing you. They know what they've been using you for all these years. So they gotta throw these ropes out there, throw that fishing pole out there to see, can I wheel it back in with this? This man got this is what made me cut him off, guys.
Mm.
This man texts me and says, oh, I'm gonna put a new tombstone on mommy's grave. You using our dead, that's what made me cut him off. You using our dead mother? Oh, can you help me pick this tombstone out for our mothers? I don't even know if that tombstone is on my mama's grave, girl. Because I ain't even go look. And I never followed up. I said, you know what? I don't care what photo you use for the grave. I don't care what you put on our mother's grave. You pick it.
Mm.
You. That's what I said. I leave it to you. You pick it.
He didn't like that.
No, I didn't give him what he wanted.
Yeah.
I said, you know how low down, dirty you gotta be to use your dead mama's grave to try to will me in.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. After he used our mother, I ghosted. Went no contact. I don't even know that tombstone on my mama grave. And I don't care. Because you know why? When my mother was alive, my mom got cancer when I was 15. So he is 12 years older than me. My mom lived from the time I was 15 to 23. He never helped me with our mother. He
Mm.
never went to any of her chemo. He never went to any of her radiation. He never came with me to the hospitals. Our mother had over 10 surgeries. He wasn't there for any of that. So why do you care about a tombstone on your mother's grave when you wasn't even there the entire time she was dying?
Mm.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So they will even use sickness. They will use death. He was trying to trigger me because he knows how much I love our mother.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I talk about her all the time. Her spirit is with me. She comes in my dreams and everything. So he's that desperate, not realizing that was going to be
That's the
the
last.
thing that would get him. That was it.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. That's why I said, wow, I knew that my brother was a disgusting human being, but I didn't know you was that gross.
Oh yeah.
You're that disgusting?
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because back in 2016, I had said to him, I said, oh, like, let's split the cost to put the tombstone on our mother's grave. And he didn't want to. So now all of a sudden you want to? No, you don't.
No, it's just for your attention.
It was just a tactic, guys. I'm telling you, people will use anything to will you back in, chosen one. I'm telling you. That's when I said, oh yeah, no, I talked to my mom in the spirit realm. I'm like, Mom, your son is crazy. Your son is you gave birth to a fucking lunatic. He using your name. That's insane.
Yeah, to
But
try you.
they're gonna do that, and it didn't work. It just made me go, oh yeah, you're really crazy. You're crazier than I thought you were. And it's sad because I have a 17-year-old niece, but she's a daddy's girl. So I
Mm.
kind of had to go no contact with her as well.
Yeah.
because she started to disrespect me, calling me Angie. My name is not Angie to you. I'm your aunt.
Right.
So that's letting me know you're training your child to disrespect me.
Mm.
Why isn't she not calling me auntie? Why is she acting like she doesn't want to be alone with me anymore? And I've been there since she was born. I babysat that girl until she went to school.
Mm.
I've taken her shopping. I've done her hair. All these first, sweet 16, everything. I have been an aunt. Despite how he's treated me, I have been an aunt. So it's sad, guys. There's gonna be times when you're gonna even have to cut off kids in your family. It
Yes.
broke me. He even tried to use my niece to will me back in. It
Yeah.
broke me. I had to cut off my 17-year-old niece, guys. I don't talk to her. She doesn't speak to me. She used to text me every day. It just ceased. About 15 years old, she stopped texting me. Why? Because he probably was feeding shit in her ear.
Yeah.
And that hurt. That hurt. I don't care about him, but my niece,
Yeah.
I'm her only aunt. I'm her only representation from her grandmother's side, from my mother's side.
Mm.
All she knows is her mother family and her grandfather, which is, we don't have the same father, and her grandfather. There's no representation from my mother's family but me.
Wow.
You know, so there's gonna be times, chosen ones, you're gonna have to cut off even kids, babies, all of that. You may have to look them up when they 25, 30 years old.
Yeah.
Do I feel better now? Oh yeah. I feel very good about my decision. I do. I feel very good about my decision, guys. I can't miss something I never had. I never had a brother. It was an illusion. So I don't feel no kind of way about it. I think it's sad. Um, oh yeah, he did text me and said, I love you.
What?
Boy, bye. You don't love me. You don't even know me. How you gonna love somebody? You don't love me. Get out of here.
Mm.
Never called my phone. All this time he's texting me, he's never called my phone. He has my address. He knows where I live.
Yeah.
He has not showed up at my house or nothing. So these people want to put the least amount of effort into keeping these relationships with you, but they still want to use you spiritually. Don't fall for it, guys. They could say I got COVID, they could say I got cancer, they could say um whatever, I'm sick, I need money. Don't answer them. Don't answer them. Half the time they lying.
Yeah.
Lying. I just had to cut off a crazy girl who was lying, saying she had lupus.
Oh my word.
Yeah, narcissist. We should talk about that. But short break, guys. I want to say this. Amber and I have never met in person yet. All right. So we're asking you guys to donate to us so that we can meet up somehow, whether I go to Maryland or she comes to New York. So if you want to see two chosen ones, meet up, link up. We are going to record when we meet each other and hang out and all that. So you can send her the donation. She's going to put her
Let me put my cash.
information in the chat. I'm also going to put my Zelle, my PayPal, and my Cash App in the chat as well. Okay. Also, if you love Amber and you are on her channel, send her donations. Okay, guys. It's not easy for content creators to come on here and share our stories, to be vulnerable, to help you, to uplift you. And it's not just us, any content creator that, especially when they don't have a major channel. Okay. I don't have a major channel, right? Subscribe to me, guys. But if you're in a financial situation, it does not hurt to give your favorite content creator $5, $10, $20. It's really not that deep. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just like, bless people who bless you. Okay. But yes, me and Amber do want to meet up. I can't afford to just fly to Maryland to see Amber because I have a 40th birthday trip coming up to Mexico in August, and I won't be able to afford both trips. Okay. This is what I do for living. I am a spiritual life coach. You can book a phone session with me. Just come over to my channel. All the information is on my channel, or you can just email me and I'll put my email in the chat. Okay. I just had to get that out. Or you could put money on the super chat. If you don't have Zelle, you don't have PayPal, you don't have Cash App, you can put money on the chat and it will go towards me and Amber meeting each other soon.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
size. Any size donation will be definitely appreciated.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You
Um,
can keep talking. I'm going to write my information in the chat.
yeah, and then when you're done, I'll start with mine. Joshua,
Okay.
thank you. You've been typing a lot, and sorry about the things you've gone through. We, us chosen ones, we've gone through a lot of heartache with the people that we've loved the most, and these people have stabbed us in the back beyond repair. But we're still here.
Yep.
Here, and we're always going to be here. They try to take us out, but it ain't gonna work. It ain't.
Nope.
They can hope, plead, pray to whatever God they think they serving, because the living God we know they don't support that mess. You're very welcome, Joshua. God's not hearing mess, and the thing is, when you put bad energy out into the universe, you're going to get it back. I don't know how people don't make sense of that yet, but a lot of people have to find that out the hard way, the very hard way. And so
Mhm.
I always want to encourage people, don't try to take the revenge mark. Don't try to get back or do things. No, no. I used to be that. I used to be like that, trying to take things into my own hands and be upset. But the thing is that it'll come back on you too. Even though your retaliation is like, you know, grand, because you don't want to get caught up in, especially whether it's days later, weeks later, months later, it's gonna hit them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. A lot of these people, they do feel guilty, guys. Everyone is not a narcissist, right?
Yeah.
There are some people that's mistreated you. They feel guilty.
Yeah.
It's almost like this thing in their spirit where they feel like, okay, if I can get in good with the chosen one and the chosen one can forgive me, I'm all right. These people really do feel guilty. Let me tell you something. Okay, so within the last year, I'm looking a little different. A lot of y'all don't know I had weight loss surgery last year. So I look a little better than I did a year or two ago. And I feel like I'm going into my 40s. So my style is increasing, and I'm feeling myself a little bit more. People watching this. People see you working on your spiritual journey. You're working on your shadow work, you're working on your healing journey, you're working on your body, you're working on your health, and you start glowing. People see that. And people watching like, damn, I left her in hell, but how's she looking that good now?
Mm,
You start to feel guilty. Damn, I rejected her, but how was she glowing? And then on top of that, a year ago, I got on TikTok, and my numbers are doing well. Oh, she's on TikTok. You know how many people I used to like talk to a date hit me up? I'm proud of you. Why are you proud of me? Because of TikTok? This is how people think. They start seeing that you're in the public eye, you're looking good, smelling good, and all that. They're watching you guys. They're watching you. They see you got a better job, you got a better car, you in a good relationship now, you with your man, with your woman, but they know they left you in hell. They know they treated you like shit.
yes.
They heard through the grapevine you doing well. They heard you got that degree. They heard you got that new job, and
Mm,
they sick to their stomach because they know what they did to you. And it's almost like, okay, if I can get them to just act like what I did to them really wasn't that big of a deal. See, it's easy when someone treats you like shit and you looking like shit, right? But when they treated you like shit and you glowing more than them, oh hell no. They can't handle that.
yes.
Mm-mm. They can't handle it, guys. I'm telling you. They cannot, I'm sorry, I'm cursing, guys. They cannot handle it. People is sick to their stomach. They like, oh my gosh, what? How you looking this good? How you glowing? How you don't worry about it.
Mm.
And even when you don't drag your name in the ground, you're just glowing, you're floating, you're doing your own thing. They hate that. But they do feel guilty. A lot of people do feel guilty.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, they didn't feel guilty when they thought you wasn't going to catch on. I think it's so funny how they think you're not going to find them out.
Yeah.
Words are very powerful, and I've always said that I meet that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm extremely intuitive, and I might not catch you right away, but it's going to come out.
Right.
I know those are affirmations. When you speak words out your mouth, there's power behind everything. If you don't,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'm sorry for you, but you're speaking affirmations whether you realize it or not.
Yeah.
And so I
It's true.
choose to have uplifting words. And I kid you
Right.
not, every single
Mhm.
person that tried to get over on me or tried to hide in the shadows, they always got found out. They
Right.
found out, and they're just looking like, but how? Like how did you know? Or it's
Mm-hmm.
they think like maybe you could be doing some type of magic. I've been accused of being a witch, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. They think we're
No, I'm
witches.
like,
Mm-hmm.
you're
They
a witch
think we're witches.
about
Yep.
God. Like you're a witch talking about God. I don't
Yeah.
that
They can't figure it out. They
and
can't figure it out. Not
God,
knowing that we're connected. We're connected to the source.
amen.
Yeah.
And we move with pure intentions. When you move with pure intentions, you don't lose. Even if you think you're taking the L, no, you're not. No. Anything that you lost, anything that was taken away or whatever, it was for your own good. It still is
Yep.
gonna work for your own good in the end. And you don't see it in while you're in the mess. You don't see it when you're in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you'll look back and be like, oh, so that's
Right.
why me and this person fell out. Oh, so that's why I didn't get to that place on time. Oh, so that's why it
Yep.
all together.
Yeah. Yep.
God always protecting us.
Yes. And that's something I want to say. Like I know a lot of people don't have like a religious background or even a spiritual background,
Yeah.
but the chosen one life, like you have to have a relationship with self
Yeah.
and you got to have a relationship with the creator. All right. A lot of you may not believe in ancestors or angels, spirit guides and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
just know that there's a higher source out there that is helping you and you are powerful too. But if you do not have a connection to a higher source or a connection to yourself, you're screwed.
Oh yeah.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like in religion, people they have these religious books, the Bible or the Quran or the Torah, all that stuff, right?
Hmm.
They have guidance, right? But when you're chosen, when your guidance is going to come from within, you're going to hear certain spiritual downloads. You're going to get dreams, okay? You're going to get premonitions. Some of you are going to have premonitions. Some of you are going to hear messages. And you're like, what the hell is that? And through time, you will adjust to these things. But it's kind of like being like a secret agent for God in a sense. So that's how God is connecting to you, telling you to be careful, watch out, don't go there, don't do that, do this. So you literally could be sitting and thinking you're tripping, but you're not tripping. You're getting those spiritual downloads in those ways. And I know people be like, how do I know? And this and how you know is you trust your intuition. Your intuition is a real thing, guys. Everyone has it.
Yeah.
Just some of yours is stronger than the others. This is how God is connecting to you and telling you to do things. When you're like you said, when you're late for something,
Yeah.
listen to that. Don't be rushing out the house. You late for a reason. Slow down. There might be something that you need to pick up. There might be a message that you need. Or you might have a dream. Don't overlook the dream. Oh, that was a weird dream. Write the dream down. That might save your life or might save somebody else's life. or some of us can be clear audience where we can actually hear people talking about us, or we can hear something. You're like, where's that coming from? You're
Mm,
not tripping, you're not schizophrenic, or not. Some of you might be, but a lot of times we get these messages that God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, is trying to tap in and let you know what's going on. And that's where the chosen one's protection comes from. But what happens is the chosen ones, y'all want to be regular so bad, you don't even want to believe you got spiritual gifts. You don't want to believe that you're connected to the source. If you're an agent, if you are working for God, if you're a helper or a healer, get in tune with the source. People say, well, how I do that? Go meditate. Go cut all the lights off and go meditate. Don't fall asleep. Go in a park. Go meditate in the park. You have to be able to be silent and listen.
mm,
Stop hanging out with everybody all the time. Spend time with yourself. So this
absolutely.
is how I got connected, being alone. And the reason why you get isolated is because you couldn't do it. So God goes, all right, I told you stop hanging out with them 20 people. Now I'm going to snatch them all away. Oh, I told you leave that man alone. All right, he's going now. I told you leave that woman alone. All right, you ain't listen to me. And then
Yeah,
you be like, I ain't got no friends. I ain't got no man. I ain't got no family. Because
yeah,
you wasn't listening. So they
yeah,
get all these weird stuff start happening. They get all snatched up out your life, and then you go all alone.
yeah.
Instead of embracing the isolation and growing during the isolation and doing your healing work during the isolation, you curse God.
Mm.
I know I'm going off, but I had to. I'm channeling this right now. You
Oh
start
yeah,
to curse God. You start to curse God. You start to blame yourself. Oh, nobody loved me. You're in isolation for a fucking reason.
yeah,
Because it's time for you to listen because you wasn't listening. God was over there tapping your shoulder. Spirit was over here. Your angels over here tapping you, not listening.
yeah,
So now you got to be alone in order for you to listen, to start trusting your intuition.
yeah,
Start embracing your spiritual gifts that God has given you. Start doing your shadow work. Start doing your healing work. And when you're better, you'll be able to come up from the cave. And that's when you'll be able to love again. That's when you'll be able to meet your soul tribe.
yes, yes. He's like,
When you're ready.
girl, go
When
ahead,
will I love again? When you're ready.
go
I
ahead,
ain't had a man. I ain't had a man since 2020.
go
Maybe
ahead.
I'm not
Expose
ready. Maybe I'm not ready.
Angie over here exposing my life. I'm like, girl, be quiet.
You feel me? Do
Yeah,
y'all hear me?
literally
So
what
it's
happened.
like y'all complain, but you're doing it to yourself.
Yeah,
And you're watching everybody. Oh, they get to go on friendship trips. Oh, she out with her man, he with his woman. Mind your business and do what you got to do spiritually so that way you can have an abundant life.
mm.
And I'm telling you, by the time you heal and you come up from that ground, you ain't gonna want to be friends with nobody. You ain't
Okay,
gonna be no man face. You ain't gonna be no woman face. You think that's gonna be extra.
yeah,
People be like, "You not lonely?" Of course I get lonely, but it really ain't that serious.
yeah,
It's not, because the truth is, a lot of people cannot match your love, chosen one.
mm.
They can't comprehend it because a lot of people never been loved to this magnitude that we can love,
Absolutely.
or the pureness, or the kindness.
Mm.
That's the reason why we're called chosen one. That's why people feel uncomfortable. It's kind of good that we did this on Easter weekend because a lot of people compare us to Jesus. I don't see Jesus as the son of God. All right. I'm sorry. Y'all can unfollow me. It is what it is. I don't. I see Jesus as more of a prophet. So that's the reason why that whoever chose the word chosen one is because it ain't too many of us. It's a lot of us, of course, across the world, but in a group of 10, it might be one chosen one in a group of 10.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Once you understand how magical you are, once you understand your power, and you came to earth to experience human things, you know, food, vacation, sex, money. Yeah, you came to earth, but you really came to earth to do your spiritual assignments. And
Mm.
that should be your main focus. And the lucky chosen ones, they get to have all these friendships and love and kids and all that. Every chosen one is not meant to be here for that, to have that experience. And as soon as you embrace that, you'll live a more peaceful life. And yes, Amber and I are very different. Amber is married, Amber has children. So yes, don't be like, oh hell no, I rebuke you, Angelique. I'm getting married. I hear this all the time. And it's good. I hope you get married. But I want you to know not all of us chosen ones will get married or have children or have a whole bunch of friends to go on vacations with. That's not all of our lives.
Yeah.
She's an example that you can be a chosen one and get married. And I'm an example that you can be single with no children and not want to go kill yourself.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just different. But yeah, I'm done. I know I just went off on a tangent, but I feel I had to say that to you guys. Your story is not like the next chosen one's story. Everyone's story is different. There's all different types of chosen ones, and tap in to find out what is your calling. Maybe
Yeah.
God wants to use you. Maybe God wants to use you as an example that a chosen one can be a chosen one in a mother or father, or maybe God wants to use you as an example that it's all right to be alone.
Yeah.
People outside. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So think about that, guys. Get tapped into yourself. Get tapped in.
I
And
agree.
that's what makes you be able to navigate easily in this chosen one walk, basically.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm glad you brought up the thing with religion and everything. I was very I was pretty deep in my religion. So there's still things that I'm like
Mhm.
trying to like twist and
Teetering.
that I'm
Teetering.
out.
Hmm.
Yeah. As far as with Jesus Christ, I'll start there. I still do believe he is the Son of God because of just
Hmm.
how I was raised.
Hmm.
Also believe that there's something called Christ consciousness, what I've also heard a lot in the spiritual
Hmm.
and there's just something about the presence of Jesus, where the name, the manifestation of so many
Hmm.
together believing in him
Hmm.
and healing power that I have seen certain things. So I personally cannot just
Hmm.
deny it. But
Hmm.
so the more and more you walk on your journey, God is going to continue to expose things. There's a lot of things
Yeah.
I've taken out of the Bible. There's a lot of things that was put into the Bible. But I still look at the Bible as it helps in certain parts when it comes to morality. So
Hmm.
I'm big on that. Certain morals, but I don't like how religion has divided a lot of people.
Yeah.
One person believes this, one person doesn't believe that, and how you see again where it comes where how we're both still chosen ones. And Angie has her stance that she's saying about Jesus Christ, and I have mine, but it's not like we're like, most people online, if one person says,
Well,
I don't believe
yeah.
God, Jesus, but then another person say, hey, I do, they don't like each other.
Yeah.
Fighting, they're calling,
Right. Right. Yeah. No.
they're
Mm-mm.
calling all of it.
Right.
Love her. I don't
Right.
and she still has love for me. It's not a like, oh girl, you don't believe this, that religion divide.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
No one's going to think the same thing as you. No one's going to, not everyone was raised the same way, but that
Hmm.
we're still not made in God's image at the end of the day.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm glad you brought that up. And
Yeah. Yeah. And there are all different types of chosen ones, because a lot of people think automatically from the name.
yeah,
I didn't create the name. The name was already created when I came online. A
yeah,
lot of people think that chosen ones are calling themselves Jesus, and no, I'm not calling myself Jesus. That's just the name. We didn't create the name.
yeah,
You don't have to go by that name. When I got online, that name was already created.
yes,
I could see why they chose it. But no, I respect people. There's some people who look at Allah. They say Allah, or they might be atheists or something like that.
Buddha,
I'm going to respect your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? And that is what it is. But a lot of people think that only Christ believers can be chosen ones. And I'm sorry to break it to you, no. God uses all kinds of people, all kinds of people, to reach to many people all over the world. You know, there's people right now who's in the jungle and God is using them. They don't know who Jesus is,
Yeah.
and they're still being used. You know, so we come from all different backgrounds. Even though I came from a Christian background, I was raised as a Christian, and before I was 30, I I left religion. I left Christianity for my own personal reasons. So there's certain things I will share, and there's certain things that I won't share. But I believe in God. I believe there's a higher source, but I don't believe Jesus died for my sins. That's something that I no longer believe. And you know, it is what it is, basically. And I just respect. I have some friends who are Christians. I have some friends who are Jesus believers, and we're good. As long as they respect me, we're good, you know, and I respect them pretty much. Um, but I think people think that if someone is not a Jesus believer, that God is not going to use them. And I'm sorry to break it to you, that's not true.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
it's not true. It's
the,
not
the
true.
yeah, the sad part with the church and religion is that even though they do believe in Jesus and the Bible and stuff, they act like monsters.
Yeah,
A lot of them do not follow the things that he tells you to do. A lot of them are fraud.
yeah,
That's why you see online the church is being bashed every other week, whether it's about money, whether it's about the pastor sleeping with somebody in the service, or just a bunch of crazy stuff going on. And it's like
yeah,
going on year after year after year after year. If you all claiming that this is the only way, this is the true belief system, and everybody else is going to go to hell, but you all
yeah.
you're not even portraying that. You're not displaying that in
Right, right.
the
Hmm.
looking pretty down bad. But um I feel like with religion it is so many locks on place and you don't really know who you are. You will never
Yeah,
are walking in religion. It's just not, no.
yeah, yeah,
That's how a lot of my fallouts happen once I start to wake up because people are looking like, oh, this person's full of themselves, especially when you say
yeah.
chosen one. Well,
Hmm.
there are people they get very offended. What you
Yeah,
mean? What you trying to say about me? I'm not chosen. I'm this, I'm that, and you're all this. Like then they start this
yeah,
thing, and it's like, no,
yeah,
you don't. I mean, if you understood the hell I had to walk through, literally, you wouldn't see. You wouldn't. I'm trying to size you up or say you're
yeah.
less. You
Right.
had a more easier walk than me. Okay, you should be thankful for that because
Yeah.
the mess that we've gone through, they couldn't go through it. They wouldn't have
No,
survived one day.
no, they wouldn't.
They but
Mm-mm.
place. You went
It's
up,
true.
but you'll melt. You wouldn't survive it.
Right.
So
It's true. It's true.
I feel like in spirituality there's a deeper bond there, and you actually get to understand, like you said, we're here on assignment.
Yeah.
Each chosen one has different things. Like again, yes, I have been able to obtain the family life that I wanted, but it definitely came at a price because
Yeah.
I've been divorced. So it wasn't just like a, get it right the first time, everything worked out, and I lived happily ever after. No, I married.
Yeah.
I was raised by a narcissist, and I married. So
Yeah.
no, it was not a walk in the park. Now that I'm on my second marriage, things are different because I realized with the narcissists that I encountered that you have certain things you want to avoid. All narcissists do love bombing. At
Right.
first meeting you, they're getting to know you, but they're just always constantly just want to say, I just love you so much. And I can envision a future with us. And I just
Yeah.
best person in the world. I just can't wait. Like they're just constantly giving you so much praise and they don't even know you. That's a red flag.
Yep.
It's an extreme red flag. But when you don't
Mhm.
love yourself, you're easy prey for the narcissist. And they
Right.
target out people. They'll study you. They know if you don't love yourself.
Yes.
So
That's
when
why you were picked. You were picked. Right.
yeah, when they throw all these love bomb things at you, they're looking to see if you're going to go back with okay, like kind of
Yep.
con it.
Yep.
Don't, that's enough compliments for the day. They're looking to see if you're going to like give them some pushback,
Yeah.
or if you're just accepting it all and like, oh my gosh, really? Oh, thank you so much. Like you're just welcoming it in because you want that love. You just want to be loved.
Mhm. Yep.
But with the narcissist, it's fake. They don't know how to. They've already used this line on five, six, seven other people you don't even know about. But a narcissist is incapable.
Yep.
And so many people, they find it hard to detach from the narc because they
Yeah.
believe the love bombing narc. They want to believe somewhere that that love bombing narc is still there when that was just a facade to
Right. Right.
begin with. Once
Yeah.
your head that there's no hope, that's what it took me. I was married to my ex narc for about 7.5 years. And
Mhm.
I stayed for that long, not because I was so in love with him. No, that was been over. I'm the type of person where if you continue to treat me like crap, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm already turned off.
Right.
But
Right.
religion, they tell you that God hates divorce. And that is a huge thing for women in the
Yeah.
so
So
they're
you stay in it. You deal with the abuse. Yep.
yes, because you think God
Mhm.
hates you, think you're not gonna be
God, yeah, gonna hate you for getting a divorce or something, right?
yes. And then they tell you,
Mhm.
okay, well, if you divorce him, you can't remarry because
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Isn't that crazy?
you're stuck, like you feel trapped.
Mhm.
Instead of having my own personal relationship with God, I started to
Mhm.
hate God because I'm believing the religious version of God. Every single person has their own version of
Mhm.
God. There's not one
Yeah.
planet
Yeah.
that's thinking about God 100% to the T. Even and if
Right.
she has something in her mind that she's feeling about God, and I do too, and she might not agree,
Right.
I might not agree, but that doesn't mean
Right.
I don't know God. And that's where all this
Right.
stuff comes from.
Mhm. Yep.
But if people
Yep.
put eyes together and see, we're never all going to believe in the same God to the
Right.
T. I've never seen it. So with them in the church, they're all trying to come together in this building and believe that we're all believing in the same version of God, and that's still impossible.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. I definitely feel like the when I was a Christian, the God that I believed in as a Christian is not the same God I believe in now.
Right.
Like, not to bash, Christianity. I'm sure I have a lot of Christians who follow me.
Hmm.
Um, but like when I was a Christian, it was like this, oh, God fearing, like you want a God fearing man or a God fearing woman, where I don't fear God. My God that I serve now is loving, is caring, yes, is no joke when it comes to me, but it's just a different type of bye. Thank you for joining us, guys.
See you, Lisa.
Whoever has to leave, thank you so much. Um, but it's just a different type of love. It even feels masculine and feminine. Sometimes God feels masculine and feminine to me at the same time,
Yeah.
but in religion, it's like he. But sometimes I feel nurtured and
Mm,
not in a masculine way, so I feel like the God that I believe in now is different from the God that I believed in when I was a Christian. It's just completely different.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's why when I talk to people, I'd be like, your God, because I don't know who you serving. You feel me? I
Yeah.
don't know who you're praying to, you
Absolutely.
know. And they use a lot of cover-ups because a lot of we were talking about this, even celebrities, they will use Jesus' name or, different type of saints,
They'll say God too. Yep.
and they'll say God, but a lot of them not talking about God.
Mhm.
God, they're talking about Satan.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
they will use these words or these names, to cover up that they're worshiping Satan or
Yes.
they're worshiping Baphomet. They're worshiping these different deities.
Yeah.
So you gotta be very careful because no, you're not worshiping the same God everybody else is. And
Mm,
that is none of my business because I'm here on my own soul contract and I didn't sign your soul contract. So I want y'all to stay out of my business and I'm gonna stay out of yours. That's how I view it. When I was Christian, we'll go to door or give out tracts. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I felt like I had to push to tell people follow Jesus, follow God. When now in spirituality, I'm not here to force you to nothing.
Yeah,
My life will be an example of who I am and how good God is to me and how God is using me.
that's right.
And I even had friends who are still in religion say to me, I'm jealous of you spiritually. And
Mm,
I'm like, huh? Why are you jealous of me? Because I see that God uses you and doesn't use me. And I want to know, how is God using you and not using me, but I got this position and that position in the church.
mm,
I was even dating a guy once, and he used to bring me to his church, and one day he said, yeah, I ain't gonna front, I'm jealous of you,
mm.
because I see that God uses you and I don't have your spiritual gifts, and I'm very confused. How did you get these gifts? So
Mm.
it gets very dangerous. Even in religion, it gets very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Even when I was religious, people saw something completely different, because
Absolutely.
God does not use everyone, because everyone's heart is not pure.
No.
Everyone's heart is not pure. I didn't realize, huh? Why is God choosing me? I don't want to be bothered. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to be bothered.
Okay.
I didn't. I didn't want the spiritual gifts. I didn't want to be a chosen one. I didn't want to be bothered. But God kept tapping on me, tapping on my shoulder until I answered the call. That's why they said many
Uh,
are called, but
I,
few are chosen.
you Shanley, I literally had this in my head. Yep.
Yes. And it's the truth. That
Yes.
statement is the truth, because a lot of people were called, even some of your family members, people in your bloodline, they were supposed to be chosen ones, but they ran from the calling. And that's why you had to do it.
Yeah.
You answered the call.
Yes.
So, not to burst your bubble, yes, God is using people that don't have the same religious or spiritual views as you do. And
Yeah.
it's okay. And
Absolutely.
you'll see it. You will see it. You will see proof of it. No, not all chosen ones are religious. Sorry to burst your bubble. And not all of us have the same spiritual beliefs, but we're still being used,
Yes.
so definitely.
And I love it.
We all have to, yeah, we all have to just respect each other's views. That's it. Just respect it. We don't gotta understand it. We just gotta respect it. And the proof is in the lifestyle. You're gonna know if somebody's lying, okay? Because there's some fake ass chosen ones online, fake spiritual people online. They're really not the real deal, and you're gonna eventually notice it. Chosen ones are the old souls. We appear in a lot of older spiritually wise beyond our years. That's true. That is true. Yes, I believe so. Um,
Fit in.
we know a lot before our time, and I
Yeah.
think the reason why that is because if you think about it, say if like you working for the government, right? I shouldn't even said that word, but say you working for the gov, right? They're gonna give you a file on your case, right? Oh, work on this case and here's a file. So you know all this information about whatever assignment you have. That's how it is spiritually. That's why you know things when you meet people. God is telling you, uh, this person is this. This is what happens to them. Sometimes when I meet people, I can see their past hurt. I can see the things that they've been through growing up. And I'm like, how I know this? How
Mm.
am I seeing this stuff? I don't want to know this, because God is literally giving you like a spiritual file on these people.
Yeah.
And it does make it hard too, because you want to get to know people, but you realize they're really a spiritual assignment. They're not there for you to be their friend. They're not there for you to date them, love them. They're there for you to help them move on to their next spiritual level. And that's it. You got to part ways. It's kind of like we secret agents, secret spiritual agents in a sense. That's really what a chosen one is. But we be trying to do too much. We be trying to live that regular life. And if you are a Jesus believer, and you believe Jesus is the Son of God, yes, the Son of God, start following how he lived his life. Jesus was chilling. Jesus didn't have no woman. You know, he wasn't at the parties. He
Yeah.
wasn't doing all that stuff.
And they
He was,
hated
what
him.
he said? He said, I'm about my father's business.
Okay.
Okay, so you say you got Jesus conscious. Well, you better have that. I'm about my father's business. I'm not here to be twerking and popping and smoking and drinking and sexing and all of that. Why are you worried about that? I thought you said you about your father's business, though.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
it's like if you really do got a Jesus consciousness, and you have to understand that all this worldly, earthly stuff is just extra.
Yeah.
It ain't the main, it ain't the entree. You know, like it's just a little extra on the side,
Yeah.
basically. That's how I look at it, you know.
A
We
lot of
just got
people,
this. Hmm?
that's the 3D. That's what I said. A lot of
Yeah,
people.
it's 3D.
Yes. And before you know who you are trying to fit in. You're trying to fit in with the crowd, and the crowd is going to reject you because the crowd sees they are
Hmm.
you. While you trying to fit
Yep.
in, I see that no, you ain't like us. You're different. And we don't like that. So as much as you're trying to be accepted and fit in with these people, they already rejecting you and pushing you out. And like what Angie was saying earlier, that eventually God gets to the point if you don't get it, he gonna force it. He gonna force it.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what I was telling her. I was like, girl, get out of my business because that's what happened to me last year. That's what happened to me last year. I literally lost everybody
Right. Right.
around the same time. Because if
Hmm.
time it, time is winding down. The clock is running down. So you're not gonna just be sitting around here trying to party and be doing stuff like that. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I was a hot mess because I love
Mhm.
it, period. Whether it's friendship, whether it's lovers. I was a huge extrovert. Like I was never home. Never catch me home. My mother will always be,
Yeah.
you're always
Yeah.
out, always outside.
Hmm.
Got to the point where again, yes, God shut it all down. He put certain people away, they switched up, stopped texting me, stopped calling. I called on the people, had to block them until it was just literally me by myself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, God will
I
snatch you up. God snatches us up eventually. God
yeah,
will let you vacation. God will let you party. God will let you mess with that woman and that man. And then one day, they all gone. They
like,
all gone. Yep.
and you're just gonna hurt yourself if you don't start to wake up. You start to pay
Yeah.
patterns like, how come it's all these people that's just gone?
Hmm.
Run after it. You're still trying to
Yep.
run. And it's going to take something, for some people, it takes something very tragic. And you don't want that. You don't want to wake
Yeah.
up and
It's better for you to do it than for God to do it.
that's right.
Snatch yourself up.
Yeah.
Because when God snatches your behind up,
Okay.
it's worse. It's worse.
Yeah. And I feel
Yeah.
that's a part of what happened to the girl Shanquilla. Like a lot of people were saying
Mhm.
situation that even the waiter came forward and said she was hanging out with these people, but when I served them, she didn't look like she fit in. She
Mhm.
the whole time around dinner and stuff that like she was trying to add extra
Yes.
do whatever, but
Yes. Yes.
with them.
That's
Yeah,
yo, do
yeah,
you know what happened? I don't mean to cut you off. It
that's
was so many times when I used to hang out with people,
okay.
um their family would meet me or their lover would meet me and
Hmm.
they would go, "What's he doing with her?"
Yes.
And
Yep.
I'll be so confused. Y'all friends?
Mm.
Hmm?
Yep.
It's your girl?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
This is Angelique? This is Angelique you be talking about? And then walk away.
Mm.
People see the difference.
Yes.
You as a chosen one and other people, they've been peeped it from a long time ago. They looking like, what is this God or goddess? I know some of y'all hate when I say that because to me, God and goddess is a Greek word. It's not, then I call God to me the creator. But anyway,
Yeah.
they're looking at this person of light. All right, better for y'all. They're looking at this person of light, and they're looking at the person you're hanging out with. I even had people look at my men back in the day, my man, and go, "That's your man." And I'm like, "Can you stop?" They like, "You gotta be joking. That can't be your man."
Oh, wow.
People know you're royalty.
Yes.
Your royalty. I don't care how broke you thought you was, how busted you thought your outfit is. They knew you was. These people know your royalty from just looking at you. They can feel your royal energy.
Yes.
They know.
Yeah.
Even strangers, they'll be like, they can see 10 people and they'll be able to point out the chosen one. There's something different about this one.
Yep.
You look at a photo, you can see the difference. You can see the light on that person.
Yes.
One of these don't belong, and it usually is you. It's the chosen one. They don't belong.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, no, it's okay. The thing is,
Mm-hmm.
we want to fit in, but we were meant to stand out. You were meant to be that
Mm-hmm.
stand alone. And it's so funny that because yeah, it's so many people that don't like you. All these people come together. It's 15, 20, 30 people all
Yeah.
against one person. It's just you. And you got all these enemies with the fake beef, imaginary beef in their head. And you're like, how?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what? That
We've
even
been talking about that lately, guys. Imaginary beef. And I'm dealing with that right now, where I haven't seen people in years or months. So what the hell did I do to you? I ain't even seen you. But the thing about it is that people watch Chosen One so hard
yep.
that they start to create these fake scenarios in their mind,
Yes.
and you done did something to them that you didn't know you did. You
Exactly.
didn't really do anything to them. It's just that they're creating this because they're watching everything that you're doing.
Yep.
So if you're talking about something, they're assuming you're talking about them. They're assuming that, you put on your lipstick that way because they put on their lipstick that way, when in actuality, they're obsessed over
Yes.
you. They're
Yes.
hawking you, stalking you, watching everything that you're doing, that they start to create these imaginary beefs. And
Yes.
then it's mental because they'll get around you and they'll get snappy with you, they have an attitude with you, they'll mistreat you, and you're going, "You good? Like, what's wrong with you? You don't even know what's going on."
Mm.
They literally been beefing with you in their head, in their little imaginary world. And you going, "What's wrong with this?" And you can't figure it out. It started making you go crazy because you like, what, why were they acting like that? What's going on? Why
Yeah.
they snapping at me? Why did they say that? Why did they do that? Because they fighting you in their head.
Mm.
And the reason why they really fighting you is because you're everything that they're not. That's it. That's
Every
really what it is. But you just breathing, you're just existing.
yes.
You didn't do anything to them. When you
Ev-
start seeing these weird behavior patterns, you got to get away from people like that. They're not safe. They're not safe.
yes.
You
Especially
know.
when they use that
Mhm.
when people come around you tell them, oh, I'm jealous of you, I'm envious of you.
Yeah.
See ya.
Mm-mm.
See ya.
Jealous people can kill you. Jealous people can hurt you.
It's not a
Jealous people will sabotage you.
why do I want to that you're jealous of me? That's not a compliment. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Right.
Some girl came around me telling me she was envious of me because of just my happiness. Just because I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
like, no. And then she's like, well, can we go out? She's like, oh, you have children. You still have time to like make yourself look nice. And I mean, some moms, they let themselves go. I'm not here to beat someone up for about that. I don't know why. I feel as though as women, we should always take care of ourselves because you have to love yourself. You're not doing it for your man. You're not.
That wasn't your problem. They was busted. Busted and musted, crusty.
Yep. And so they're looking at me like, how do you have these kids and
Really,
yet
Shiva?
together? Because I love myself and I care about what I look like. But when you don't, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
and
That's one thing too. You can't be around, when we were talking about this, you know how you look, you care about your appearance, you care about your hygiene. Clearly,
Yeah.
you can't it's sad to say it's not about looks, it's about self-love.
Yes.
It's about that self-esteem, that maintenance. How could somebody who cares about themselves, loves themselves, cares about their hygiene, cares about fashion, cares about beauty or health, hang around somebody who don't know if they brushed their teeth that day?
Mm.
Huh? Don't even put effort into their outfit. How long you think two people like that could be friends?
Mm.
How long you think those two people can date? It's not going to work.
Yeah.
And it's not you being conceited. It's not you being harsh. You cannot be around people like that. Like, the church folks say, unequally yoked. That means in friendship too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It doesn't work. And you can't do spiritual charity work, guys, where you're trying to save people or give them makeovers.
No.
That's the story of my life. I
Yeah.
attract a lot of insecure women. I know you do too. I attract a lot of insecure women.
Yeah.
I'm a plus size girl, so they go, "Oh, she's plus size, she takes care of herself, she looks nice. Let me go over here and be her friend." But when they come over and be my friend, they don't take notes. They try to project onto me and hurt me and break me down.
Mm.
Stop doing spiritual charity work.
Yeah.
Give them some tips and move on. You can't be friends with somebody if you looking good, smelling good, you're putting effort in yourself every day or in your health or whatever. You think you can go hang out with somebody, you trying to eat a vegan burger, they trying to eat pork chops. You can't be friends with them. You brushed your teeth this morning, you washed your face and put some Vaseline on your lips. They didn't even bathe. You think you could be friends with them? How long you think you can be friends with them?
Mm.
And even the world will perceive you as someone who doesn't care about yourself.
Yeah.
There's times where, there's a person who's still in my life. There's times where I will go out with her and people would look at her and then look over at me and they giving me a dirty look like, how dare you be with her?
Mm. Yes.
I've even had men say, I was gonna buy you a drink, but I didn't want to buy her a drink. So I didn't come over.
Shoo.
And it's not about looks and titties and BBL. It's not even about that.
Right.
It's just you look a fucking mess.
Right.
You are the walking poster child of self-hate.
Mm.
How can you be around someone like that? That's a sick person.
Yeah.
And that person who is sick, not that they don't deserve love or they don't deserve friendship, but they need to do the work first. They need to do the healing work in order to be in your presence. So that's something I had to learn. I can't keep letting sick people hang out with me
Yes.
because eventually they're just going to project onto you. Everything becomes now, oh, why you do your hair like that? Why are you wearing that perfume? Dang, I didn't know you was going to dress up and I'm not even dressed up. What? Huh? A pair of jeans and a nice plain little $5 top I just got from Rainbow? That's dressing up to you? Your dress down, no, your dress down is their dress up.
Yes.
That's not your tribe. You can't be around people like that.
No.
Every time you see them, you got to tell them, hey, you got eye boogers. You got boogers in your nose. Your breath is stinking. You got flakes in your ears. Why are you hanging around them?
Mm.
Why? Stop doing spiritual charity work.
Too nice. Being too nice. Being
We're too nice. Chosen ones are too nice. So chosen ones, you're going to get a lot of people at your doorstep who are broken, who have low
nice.
self-esteem, who got all this stuff going on. Oh, the favorite one, the woman's in an abusive relationship.
Mm.
Now, now her baby daddy want to kill me too. You
Oh,
can't do spiritual charity work, guys. You got to be careful. It'll get you hurt. It'll get you hurt. And yes, everyone needs help, but they need to go to the cops.
okay.
You're a chosen one. You're not a cop. You're not a lawyer. Well, some of y'all are, but you get what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
can't save them. You can't save them. You better give them some food, some money, and tell them to go see a go in a witness protection program. You can't save them. You end up getting hurt out here.
Yes.
And most of the times they run back to the abuser anyway.
All the time. All the time. After you done did all that work, all that talking, praying with them, they go right back.
He said, I didn't know you were going to dress up. Yes, exactly, Sheba. I can't
Oh my
stand that.
God.
That's
Big
a, you
red.
have to, you got to stick to your soul tribe. And
Red.
that's something that I had to learn.
Yes.
I had to learn. It's like the chosen one. We be walking and it just be these followers around us. Like how they did Jesus. They
Yeah.
knew Jesus is walking and he had these 12 haters around him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you Jesus believers, y'all know y'all got your Judas around you.
Yep.
You got your Judas around you. The girl who ain't brushing her teeth. The dude who ain't washed his bowls that day. Why are you around these people? Why? Help them and move on. You can't make them your circle. You can't make them your lover. You can't. God didn't tell you to do no spiritual charity work. Who told you to do that?
Mm.
So that's something I had to learn as a chosen one.
Yeah.
I ain't doing no spiritual charity work. If I see you don't love yourself, no, we can't be friends. We
No.
can't. If
No.
I see you looking dusty, no, we can't be friends. Can I speak? Can I talk to you? Can I sit down and have a conversation with you? Can I break bread with you? Will I disrespect you? No, I won't. I can sit down, have a meal with you, but can you be my friend? No, we can't. We can't be friends.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
And this one girl, she did it twice to me.
Mm-hmm.
First time she invited me out for her birthday. I don't know if I shared this with you. She invited me out for her birthday. Hadn't seen
Mm-hmm.
her line. She
Mm-hmm.
says, "Hey, let me know when you're close. I'll come and meet you in the parking lot, walk you over to the building because I never been in the area." So I said, "Okay, cool."
Right.
It's her birthday. She has all
Mm-hmm.
the building. Hey, I'm gonna go out and get my girlfriend back over. She meets
Right.
me in the car. Probably been about a good 4 or 5 months since we saw each other.
Okay.
I get out the car. The first thing she says is the very first thing she says. So you're gonna show up and look better than the birthday girl?
Oh. Ah!
The very first thing. Not the fifth thing, not the 10th thing, the first thing. Now, hello, how was the drive? I'm glad you made it safely. Girl, I miss you. Here, give me a hug. Nope. You show up and you look better than the birthday girl? I could never. You couldn't pay me to say that out my mouth. Even in my mind, if I felt like
Yeah, even if you felt that way, right?
dressed
Mm-hmm.
this way, okay? No, you couldn't pay me. And it showed her insecurity. And it made me feel very uncomfortable. Again, at that time, I was still kind of like, still wasn't very more asserting myself like I am now. She used to try to lie on me today. She wouldn't like
Yeah.
it. But back then, I was still more like, I laughed it off, but I was very uncomfortable. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, girl, you're crazy. But in my mind, I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
night at dinner, she's just giving me weird looks. Everybody else is having a good time, but I could tell.
She was focused on you. They be focused on us. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Second time I seen
Mm-hmm.
her at a church convention, and I went to Atlanta. She saw
Yeah.
first thing. So you just always got to come and show off. You're the show off. First one again.
You should have said, "Oh, you should have stayed ready, baby. Always stay ready, so we ain't got to get ready."
Yes.
Hmm.
I said, you know what? After that, that was my cut.
Wow.
Stopped speaking with her. She was messing.
She wasn't your soul tribe. She wasn't your soul tribe. She felt she had to compete with you.
Yep. Watching all my stories online, never supported, never comment, nothing, but step
Mm-hmm.
first, second, third, always there. Never had nothing to say
Right.
because intimidated by you. Even again, when you're not even aware of who you are at the time, they're still intimidated.
Yeah,
And
right. Yes.
then that,
Even the days where when you're, being a chosen one, you didn't even know your position yet. You didn't even know who you were, and they still was jealous of you. And like I keep saying, they usually have more than you, and they're jealous of you. It's scary.
this girl was a RN nurse working overnight, making bank.
Mm,
I've been a stay-at-home mother since 2015. Okay, so I'm
mhm.
surviving
Right,
way more than me.
right.
Didn't didn't matter, hated me, but still wanted me to come around for my aesthetic. Oh, this is my girlfriend. Da, 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 to say like, oh,
Oh
this is this.
yes, yeah. They want to use you.
Yeah,
They want to
but
use you.
oh, and that's still the same reason why they don't like you. They like you because you look good, you dress nice, you carry yourself well. You're very.
Mhm.
A lot of people think you look nice, but then you're dumb.
Yep.
But no, when you have the beauty and the brains, oh Lord, no. And they see you're
Mhm.
like a triple threat,
Yep.
and
Yep.
they don't hate that because
Yep.
again, it represents something that they'll never be.
Yep.
It's not my
Yep.
fault.
No,
You're mad at me, and I didn't choose
it's
this life.
not.
You know, this life chose me. So
And
that's that.
and some chosen ones, what they'll do is, I did this too when I was in my teens and my 20s. I would water myself down.
Yes.
I would dull my light to make people feel comfortable.
Yep.
I wouldn't dress up like that. And then when I got there, it still was looking better than them.
Yep.
I would dress down. I wouldn't talk as much. I would even pretend I didn't know things. Oh my God. I'd be like, huh? What does that mean? Whole entire time I knew the information. I was a mess. I was a big time masker. I used to mask my light. I used to mask my intelligence to make people feel comfortable. I
Yeah.
used to dumb myself down, used to turn into the jokester, the entertainer. Yeah.
That's right, Ashley. This year,
Mhm.
that's right. Don't dim your light for people. Again, people your light around. They're not for you. That's
Mhm.
right. And I had one. I had one of the
Mhm.
so-called fake friends. She actually was real, but it was because I kept pressing it. And that was back at the time where I was more in my thing of, okay, let's talk it out. I wasn't in my whole let me just leave and block it phase. And this girl was around me. She was saying, I started going to the gym back in 2017 because it was an outlet when I was married to the narc husband. So, with narcissists, when they know you like something, they'll deprive it from you.
Yeah.
They'll do it on purpose. So at the time, I wasn't into astrology. Of course, the church is against astrology, so I wasn't into astrology at the time. But
Right.
now I realize my Venus is in Leo, my part of my love language. I do require attention. I need it, and I also need.
Yeah.
I like gifts
Yeah.
out. And so with my ex narc husband, he made it his duty to never compliment me. I could go get my nails done, hair done,
Mhm.
$1,000,000, nothing,
They'll deprive you. Yeah.
nothing. And so we're in the car, we're going out on a date night. I'm like, hey babe, you didn't, did you notice I got this dress? Did you notice my nail color changed? Oh, yeah, it's nice. Very
Yep.
very, like and then I said, well, why don't I pressed the issue. Why don't you tell me you love me? Why don't you tell me I look good? I mean, everybody else already, and then again, the mask drops. Everybody always tells you you look good.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Like, why do you need to hear?
Disgusting.
Why do
Mhm.
else already
Mhm.
to hear from me? Meanwhile, you're my husband. How much more do I want to hear from you versus all
Right.
the in the street that I don't go home?
Right. Right.
And then
Yep.
a guy,
Deliberately hurting you.
yeah, when we went out, a guy was there. He was pissy drunk. He came over to the table, stumbling and everything. He said, "Oh my God, you're so gorgeous. You're one of the most beautiful women I've seen tonight." And my ex-husband got so pissed. You know, the man tried to grab
He
me up,
flipped.
take me home. Oh, you don't get to talk to my wife like that. You don't get to tell her that. That is so wrong. You don't see me sitting here. Am I invisible? I'll fight you. Get out of here. And I'm like, you didn't compliment me at all, not one time tonight.
Yep.
and comes over and does it, and he says, "No disrespect," and you still flip out.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Mhm. Yep.
And he did this to me for 7.5 years.
Yeah.
And when I finally left him, told the smear campaigns was endless. Told everybody,
Mm.
oh, she must have already was cheating on me. She must have already had somebody else. And people, they're dumb. They eat it up like,
You couldn't believe it.
yeah.
People like to believe the worst story.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
like to
And
believe the tea.
those type of people never liked you to begin with. If someone
No,
can
they
come and
never
say,
did. They never
yeah,
liked you. Nope, they
yep.
never
And,
liked you.
oh, Angie was down the street and she kicked the homeless person in the face. A
Yeah, they
person
wanna
who
yeah, they wanna
knows
believe it.
that, but a person who never liked you, oh, she did?
Yep,
Oh no. Oh, I'm
right.
gonna go tell, they'll spread the business too.
Yep.
And start, and it's like, you've known me for how long? You know I wouldn't do something like that.
Mhm. Yep.
But they don't, they're gonna believe, they want to believe it.
Right. And it's also because the narcissist has been talking shit about you from day one, but you wasn't talking about them. So they
Mm.
already tarnished your character. So by the time they discard you or you discard them, they've already told 100 different stories about you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. But you didn't know because you don't have time to catch up because you ain't been talking shit about them. But people
Yeah.
aren't smart. They don't go, wait a minute, how come he's been saying all this about her, but she's never said anything about him?
Exactly.
Hmm. People
Mm.
aren't smart.
No, they're not smart.
Mhm.
Uh, when
Mm-mm.
they see, they look at chosen ones like, oh, they just think they're so perfect. They think their life is
Right.
so, create this whatever narrative in their mind. So to see you going through something or something bad happen, that's like dessert for them because they're
Yeah.
like, finally, about time.
Yeah, they love it. They love it. Mhm.
It's sickening.
It is.
It's, and one a girl, this so crazy. This girl, she really hurt me. And I mean, I got past it, but it's so crazy. This person tried to come back. Well, they're not back in my life, but they're watching me.
Okay.
We were very close. We met. She met me from through being a YouTube subscriber
Mhm.
and realized we were in the
Gotta
same
be careful with these YouTubers.
state. She realized we were in the same state in Maryland, and we ended up meeting up, going to get dinner. Everything went great. We both loved food. We had a great time. After
Right.
we started like a routine, she was like, I see you're in the gym. I would love to work out with you. I said, okay. Let her use my membership. The membership I had, you could bring an extra person for free.
Right.
How often? We started to go shopping, bought makeup together. It was a week. It was like a ritual thing. Like it was something we.
Every week. Right.
So one day she invited me to her church ceremony. She was a like a dancer at the church. I forgot what they call them, like a spirit dancer or somewhere. They wear like the white clothes and they dance like around the
Yes. Like a praise dancing.
praise.
Mhm.
She invited
Yeah.
me, and I showed up, gave her all the love, support in the world. I met her mom. I met her mom and dad there for the first,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they just went off about me. They were just like, wow, like, so this is Amber. This is the girl you've been telling me about. She's awesome. And again, because of how I was working out due to my narc husband not giving me any attention, I was in the gym literally like almost every day. And
Right.
a lot of people, when they meet me, they're like, hey, you don't even look like you have kids. I have
Right.
five. At that time, I had four. So they were like, what? She's the one with the four children. She don't even look like she had one. And for someone that loves and secure in themselves, you can be around another person and they get compliments and you're not like,
Right.
but
Right.
for her, that was, I guess, like a meltdown for her. And so it was her
Right.
parents, the compliment as well. And so, she was like, yeah, yeah, she does look good for having those amount of kids. But you could
Oh,
tell she went, like, at first she was just like, yeah. And then once they said that, she was like, yeah.
wow.
I peeped it and I was not happy, but I just said, Amber, maybe she, don't look. I would always downplay
Ooh.
my
Hateration was building.
yes.
Wow.
Yep. Right after that happened, the mother invited me over for dinner, and the girl she immediately says to her mother, "Oh no, she has kids. She's busy. Don't try to type her time." Speaking for me, I said, yeah, I have children. You know that, but I can still come. I can give them their food and everything. They'll be home with their dad. I can come. And the mother was like, "Well, I don't want to hold you up, whatever." And I didn't like the energy, so I declined it. I said, "Okay, I won't."
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite. Shortly after that, literally after that, everything stopped. There was no more going to the gym. There was no more going to do makeup. We would go after we went to like we would go to Ulta, the little Ulta Beauty. We would go there, get our makeup and stuff, and then we would go out to eat. After that happened, all of it came to a halt. Just stopped. I started messaging
Mhm.
and I was like, "Hey, are we still on for this weekend?" Oh, my job, like they started adding certain things
Mm.
every time
It
because
could you couldn't even stand to be in your energy. Mhm.
I didn't realize it at the time.
Yeah.
Like rejection, I became very sad because and I've never had that close best friend. I've never really had a best friend in my life. Never. Even the people I thought, no, I've never had it. So I was
Right.
for like I was really like really wanting that. So when she ended it, it was like my inner child coming out, feeling rejected and abandoned. And I hated it. But that ego with my Venus being a Leo, I'm like, you know what? No, be strong, whatever. She
Right.
let her go. But the inside of me was really hurt. So 3 weeks goes by, same thing. Now, once it got to the month and I still hadn't seen her for a whole month, I'm like, so this time I'm approaching her about more angry because I'm like, no, you're lying to me at this point. There's not enough busy in the world. You can make time for me. She's like, no, Amber, I've really been busy. I said, you know what? Whatever, forget it. You don't have to worry about nothing. A whole week go by, she's silent. She hits me up a weekend and she says, "Hey, can I meet you at the we have a frozen yo place over here. It's a sweet."
Mhm.
I said, "Okay." We meet there. We go there. We get our yogurt. She said, "Hey, can I want to talk with you." I said, "All right." I already knew something weird was going to happen. But I'm like,
Right.
so she's like, Amber, the truth is, I know we haven't really hung out about a month. This isn't normal for us. We see each other at least 2, 3 times out the month. The truth is, I don't like when me and you go out and you get more attention. You get a lot of attention. Go out. People compliment you and they don't say anything to me.
Mm.
The fact that she said my mother has never told me about my shape that I look nice, but you have children and she decided to say your shape look good and you look nice, even though you've had kids. I didn't like it. Just it really hurt me, and I can't.
Mm.
I,
Woo-wee.
she said I
Oh
can't.
my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, so she pretty much broke up with like broke the friendship off like in person for good.
Yeah, like Ashley's saying in the chat, she's glad that she was honest with you. I'm happy that she broke it off with you. She actually did a good thing for you, a good service. She did. Even though it hurts,
Yeah,
it's good that she was honest and instead of her like ghosting you and you're like, what's going on? You
right.
know, I think I will commend her for doing that because a lot of people just, starts mistreating us and she just could not be in your energy. And that's just letting you know y'all are not soul tribe.
Yeah, no.
This is what happens when you're hanging out with people who you don't have a soul connection with.
Yeah,
They're not meant to be there. It gets dangerous like that. And even though it hurts, you didn't do anything. What did you do? Be fine? What you do wrong? Oh, I'm fine. No, it is not your fault. It's her fault for not having her self-esteem in order, her
yeah,
self-love in order, her
yeah,
body in order
yeah,
to the ability of what she may think it is. And I understand that that does hurt. And I hear a lot of women talk about it. And, I have a acquaintance who never gets attention when we're out. And I'm bigger than her, you know,
yeah,
but that's not my fault. That wasn't your fault. And even if it hurts, but there'll always be somebody else who is spiritually on your level, look wise on your level that you're going to connect with.
yes,
Or they don't even have to be, but they're not going to feel no kind of way when you're getting the attention and they're not.
yes.
Because if that person loves themselves, I don't even care. I don't even value men's attention, believe it or not. I be sitting there like, girl, go get us some drinks. Go ahead, shake your booty. I don't care. Go ahead, talk to him. Brother, get out of my face, better get away from me. I'm one of those,
Yeah.
So maybe we're a better match.
Yeah. I can already see that.
I'll be like, Amber, sit your married ass down. Amber, go get us some drinks with that booty. She with me. So you buy her a drink, you can give me a drink too. We gonna get some wings. All right, get us some wings. But women, a lot of times they just want that male validation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you loved yourself before you left the house, you wouldn't need the male validation because you look good.
Exactly.
You popping.
Yeah.
And when you exude that energy, everybody gonna be talking to you. You're gonna have women coming up to you like, hey girl, you looking good, where you get that dress from? That energy will exude outward.
Yes.
But no, that wasn't your fault. But no, I definitely commend her for telling you the truth. And
Yeah.
you didn't miss anything because she don't love herself. So there's gonna always be a clash. She might have been fun. I get
Oh
it.
gosh, yes. We had a lot
Yes,
of
she might have been fun. And maybe later on, when she work on herself, maybe y'all two can join together. But you probably gonna be a whole different woman by then anyway.
right. So that's what pretty much happened recently, probably sometime last year, out of the blue.
Mhm.
Because like, yeah, after that happened, it kind of just went silent. She still was trying to hang around me, but then it just got to the
Mhm.
just like fell off. And but
Mhm.
it didn't even matter anymore because she already told me what it was. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna run after you. Fine.
Right.
Just last year she started following me again on Twitter. Then she followed me on Instagram again. And I'm just looking like, so she's there, but she's a monitoring spirit. She does not really comment.
Yeah. Doesn't interact.
Right. So I still feel there's still that jealousy or thing
It's
that's
gotta be. Right.
like you
Right.
feel bad because she knows down in her heart I did absolutely nothing to her. And she loved my energy, but she can't be around it. So it's like I'll watch you from afar, but I can't interact with you because
Right. Right.
and I just always found it's the weirdest thing because and that's the thing with chosen ones, we're so real. If I don't like you, I don't even want to see you breathing. I don't want you in my presence at all.
Right.
I'm not faking it till I make it. I'm not here
Right.
eating what you're doing. I don't like you.
Right. Ashley said she misses you, but she's still insecure. Yeah, she's not ready.
Yeah.
And it's good. Be a monitoring spirit. Look, but don't touch.
It's
Don't come back until you got it correct.
yeah. And at this point, I don't even trust you anymore. So even if you do try to come,
Right.
the door is
Yep.
closed. Too late. I don't hate you. That's why I haven't blocked her. I don't hate you,
Right.
but I don't trust you.
Right.
Jealousy, like you said, is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Very dangerous. And things people thought they couldn't do when that jealousy meter gets too much to the top, the same
Yep.
couldn't do, oh, they'll do it.
It gets scary.
Yeah.
Guys, we have been talking for what is it? Over 2 hours, and I didn't see one donation. You better go over to Amber's Cash App. What you got up there, girl? What you got up there?
It's way up in the top. I might have to put it
You
there.
from Amber's tribe. You better send her a donation. We've been yapping for 2.5 hours. If you from my tribe, y'all already know the deal. Go to my Cash App, go to my Zelle, go to my PayPal, and bless us on
Yeah.
this. What's this? Easter Sunday? Send a donation, guys. I don't care what it is, okay?
Thank
When
you.
we bless you with this knowledge and love, you gotta bless us back. We we
That's,
we we
that's
passing the collection plate around, okay? This is church. We passing the collection plate around. $5, $10, $20. Send Amber some love and send me some love as well. We really appreciate it, guys.
yes. Absolutely.
Our information is in the chat. If you don't see it, we'll write it again.
Yeah, girl.
Yes,
It's
it
it's
is so. It's sad, but it's not your fault. These people don't love themselves, and it's so weird to me because I'm trying to think back. Was I ever like that? I don't think I've ever felt like severe jealousy. Amber, write your information in the chat.
okay. That jealousy and envy, boy.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever felt like severe jealousy when it came to a friend. Like looks or something. Maybe like when I was a teenager, but not as an adult. Because I feel like we all have something different about us. So I don't think so. But yeah, I don't think I've ever felt that type of jealousy. As you know, like my mom has been gone since I was 23. My dad died when I was 20. I don't have family. I think the only time I ever felt some real jealousy, or I don't even know if I want to call it jealousy, but just some kind of way, would be like when I used to celebrate holidays and people get to be with their family and I didn't have family.
Right.
But I would, they would still invite me to their house, but it would just be like, damn, I miss my mom, or I wish I had family and they have family, but it was never like me trying to sabotage or hurt their family situation or hurt their feelings. It was nothing like that. Yeah, just write your information in the chat so people could send you a donation.
Oh yeah,
Um,
right there. I don't know why it's not showing. Can you see it, Angie? Can you?
it didn't show up. Nope. Mm-mm. Your information didn't show up again. So try to type it in again.
That's weird.
But I yeah, I never was like that. I never did that. I don't think so. But I did used to feel some kind of way like, damn, they get to be with their family and I don't have family. Basically. But that was about it.
Yes.
But
When I,
to project and sabotage people, hurt people, no. No. Mm-mm. I didn't do stuff like that. If anything, I guess I would distance myself. Yeah, I think that was the I think I respect people too who do that, who distance themselves.
yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Did you see it now?
I don't say it. The
Let's
live is so good. Hey, top tier. I'm
see.
glad you like it. Oh, okay. Just verbally say it because it's not popping up.
Okay. My Cash App. That's the one I'm posting up. The Cash App is blessed. The letter N and lovely. So it should see blessed, the letter N, lovely, and when it pops up, it'll be like probably like six Y's because it was other people with the same name, so I had to add like six Y's on mine.
Let me see if I can see it. It's at the top.
I literally typed it like two times just now. Maybe you can. Would you mind typing it for me? It's kind of weird.
Let me see something. I'm trying to see if I can find it so I don't make a mistake.
Yeah, like how you put yours. Yours is like right under mine. My one I just posted not too long ago was right
Weird.
above
Yeah, I
yours.
don't see it either.
Hmm.
How you spell it?
Blessed. So Blessed.
This is your Cash App?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yep, the way Ashley just posted it is that, and then the Y is going to be six Y's because again, it was already taken. So it's
So
like,
it's blessed. Blessed what? Blessed spell regularly.
yeah, blessed, and then the letter N.
Then N
Yeah,
as a Nancy.
huh? Yeah, N is a Nancy. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
and then lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah, and then it's going to be six Y's because, like I said, when I tried to get it, it was like taken. So I added a bunch of Y's.
One,
But
two, three,
that
4, 5,
all
6.
it's me.
That's it?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why my thing hasn't. It wasn't doing that. That's weird, but okay.
So yeah, Amber's Cash App is in the chat. I just posted it. My Cash App and my PayPal and my Zelle is in the chat. Um, Bless us before we leave this live or after we leave and you watch the playback. We really appreciate it, guys.
Very appreciated. See if I can like sit up a little bit so I can be a little higher. Okay.
So, question. Um, do you find it difficult to did you find it difficult to find love as a chosen one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
The most part, I attracted so many damn narcissists, and I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, they were after my life. I'm telling you, these narcs, boy, they are vicious. And
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you all are familiar with the movie The Matrix, how you had all the little agents. That's how I feel like them narcs were like. Um,
Right.
and the thing is that the universe will keep sending you the same lesson until you learn. That's what I learned. Was not
Mhm.
people were narcs, so it just morphs. It's the same spirit, but it's just morphed into a different body.
Right.
Narcs are not they're not. It's not a personality disorder. Remember we talked about that. They're demons.
Right.
Narcissists are demons. Period. The medical community will never acknowledge the spirituality aspect because then that's going to take their money out their pockets. So they call it a disorder. But all narcissists are demons. Period.
Yeah. Yep.
Be a different type of demon, different ranking of a demon, but it's a demon.
Mhm. Yep.
There's,
I agree.
yeah, there's no way you can treat a human like that and think that you are made in God's image or like, it's just a mistake. No, there's something wrong in
Right.
your spirit.
Mhm.
For me, I kept attracting those because, again, when you're an empath, especially, I can be also like highly sensitive depending on what's going on. So all of these are like different check marks for you to draw in an arc because you have all that positive light and they're dark. So the darkness is definitely going to try to come towards that light. And it was hard for me to find love because if you don't love yourself and you're too busy trying to look for that love from another human,
Mhm.
they will use you. A lot of people will see like, oh, this person is really like weak or they're really like they're overly sweet. Yeah, I can get that's what
Right.
nice guy finishes last.
Right.
So most children we're extremely nice. We're not just some mean assholes out here. That's not
No.
no.
No, we're not. Not until we reach that
Yep.
level of like meeting our shadow side.
Yep.
Um, that's when we come into our power.
Yeah.
Basically, we use it to protect ourselves, not to be mean to people, but we use it to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Then self love kicks in. That's when we're able to make better choices. It's true.
Yep.
Hmm.
And so that was the main key. The fact that I love myself. The people that did to pretend to they didn't love themselves either.
Right.
And again, it was just like, you know what, I'm gonna take whatever I can take from her, use whatever I can use from her, and keep it moving. Or
Yeah.
someone is just continue to have their cake and eat it too. So they're
Hmm.
like they like me, but then they're entertaining other women, other people.
Right.
And until you wake up and put your foot down, you're going to keep attracting those broken people. So love is definitely
Mhm.
the admission for you.
Yep.
You're not learning the lesson.
Right.
Yep, it took me being married to that narc to learn my lesson. Yeah,
Hmm.
and learning about narcissism, I love like I always promote do your research.
Yeah.
Do your research. I even tell people don't just even if you hear me telling you something, don't just go by my word. No, go look it up.
Yep. Hmm. Yeah, it's
One
true.
knowledge is power, and
Yes.
thing in life when you know your rights, it can't get over on you.
Hmm.
You know
Yep.
what's going on. The veil is lifted. That's it. All the
Yes.
stuff stops. So now narcs, it'll be harder for them. Are they going to absolutely stop trying to come your way? No, because some of
I
them
know.
are just that evil. They still going to try you anyway. But now
Yeah.
you have to say, boy, bye. I'm not entertaining
Yes. You see the signs, the red flags much sooner once you're educated about these demons and these narcs.
Yes.
Um, and you already know, like we girl talk, right? So you already know how quick I'm gonna cut a man off. But I'm not cutting them off because I think I'm all that. No, it's just you kind of can see when your time will be wasted, you
Yeah.
know. You can see when behaviors mimic a narcissist that you dated before, or they're not all narcs, but just you're like, this reminds me of an ex. This reminds me of an ex lover or somebody. This reminds me of a friend I once had.
Yeah.
You you get used to the patterns and the energy, and you're going, I don't like the way this is going.
Yeah.
So once that self-love and that shadow side locks in, you're just going to move differently. And I think that's why a lot of chosen ones are single,
Yeah.
because we can see too much. I definitely can see too much, especially if I sleep with somebody. It's almost like I can look right into this man's past, his soul, his thoughts, his dark thoughts. I can see and feel everything.
Mm.
So I can't really play when it comes to relationships,
Yeah.
especially I think everyone has spiritual gifts. It's just some people don't, they haven't tapped into them. So
Right.
I'm a chosen one who has tapped into her spiritual gifts. So I see too much. So I can't just date anybody. I can't just sleep with anyone because it literally disturbs my whole existence. My sleep will be off, my peace will be off, my body, I will get anxiety, I will get depression, I will feel everything that this man has implanted in me, all this energy or just being in his space.
Yeah.
So I think when you're a spiritual one or when you're a chosen one, you can't just love or date anyone.
Absolutely. And it can be tough because yeah, you find certain people you come across and they sound
Mhm.
good,
Mhm.
talking the talk. But yeah, spiritually wise, if they're dead and your way up there, it's going to feel very, like you said, unequally yoked. And
Yeah.
there's certain
Yes.
the Bible that I still use because I see it. Like, yeah, you do not want in the Bible says, how can two walk together and they don't agree?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, if one of you is like, I'm moving in this direction, but the other person like, yeah, it's not that serious. I'm staying over here. It's too
And
much.
another thing is a person doesn't have to be a demon for them not to be right for you.
Yes.
That's something that I think
Yeah.
people like wait,
Oh, sorry.
huh?
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm gonna grab my charger real quick, but you can keep talking. I'm grabbing it
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead. People don't have to be a demon or a narcissist for them not to be right for you. Like, for example, the last serious relationship I was in, he was a Muslim and he began to make fun of my spiritual beliefs, but I was not making fun of his spiritual beliefs. And I realized, oh, spiritually, we're not a match. He's never going to be able to trust me. He's never going to be able to feel safe with me as a spiritual woman, as a chosen one.
Yeah.
So we're not a match. He is a great friend. I can even call him to this day and be like, hey, I need this, I need that. And he would give it to me. But he's just not a match for me. He'll be a great husband for somebody else, maybe another Muslim girl. But you can't be with someone who's unequally yoked with you. You can't. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's
No.
not going to. It's not going to work at all. And that has been the struggle that I face when it comes to dating, is being with a man that is not intimidated by my power. Because
Mm.
chosen ones, we're very powerful, and there's men, they be in my DM. I see y'all be in my DM, y'all be on TikTok talking about, hey love, hey boo. And I can just go to your page and I can look at your photos and look in your eyes and I can see your spirit through your eyes. And
Mm.
I know who you are. And I'm gonna be like, damn, he fine, but can't do it. But that's something that I struggle with, is finding that man that is not intimidated by my power. Why are you with me? You say you're attracted to me. You say you want to be with me, and you're joking about my spiritual beliefs. Why are
Yeah.
you doing that? What's
Mm.
wrong with you? But
Yeah.
if I said, why are you praying 5 times a day? Why you eating that cracker and that wine at church? Ha ha ha. What if I did that to you? I would be wrong. I would be a witch. I would be a devil worshiper, right? If I
Oh,
start talking like that.
yeah.
So a lot of people don't feel comfortable in a chosen one woman's life because she's so powerful. They going, why? How this person get this connection to God? How they know all this information? How is God using them and not me? So that has been my fight. They're attracted to the exterior, but then once they get to know me, they're going, oh shit. Oh, you're not just cute.
Mm.
She's actually powerful. I don't like this. Now I gotta water her down. Now I got to make fun of her. Now I gotta put her in a position to bow down to me as a man.
Mm.
So it's not easy being a spiritual woman or a chosen one woman, a woman who has spiritual gifts. So when you keep asking me, girl, what's wrong with you? Why you 40? You single? That's why. Because every time I date someone, he gets intimidated by
Yeah.
my power. He's not intimidated because I ain't got no money. Over I ain't got no money. But he intimidated about no money or no education or me getting compliments. He's intimidated about my intelligence or my spiritual power.
Mm. That's real.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you see a lot of chosen one women single, that is why. It's going to take another chosen one man or a man who understands. Maybe I'm not on her level spiritually, but shit, I got lucky. I got to be with this type of woman. Do
Mm.
you know how, do you know how you'll be protected if you're with a chosen one woman or man? Do you know that you're underneath their covenant? You're
Mm.
underneath their spiritual insurance?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, give
She's
me
not.
more. But
Her baby girl probably woke up, guys. But so that has been my struggle of connecting with a man that's not trying to douse my spiritual fire out. Do y'all have that issue as well? They make small jokes, poke fun, and try to see where your insecurities are weak. Yes. Yup. Yup. I got one trying to wrestle for power because he has none. He wants me to bow down to him. Yes, they want us to bow down to them. And it's like, I'm not trying to emasculate you. I'm just being, I'm just existing. And you want me to be like this weak bitch. I can't be that, and it's not about, what I realized a lot of men see spiritual strength as masculinity. Why? Why are you looking at me as masculine? Why do you think that a woman can't have spiritual power? Do you know how powerful women are in the spirit realm? Like go read up on what an oracle is. Do you know there's things spiritually that a woman could do that a man can't do? Do you know there's a reason why there are more women in church than there are men in church? Do you know why they say that the church is the wife, the mother, the body? Do you know why people worship Mary? Do you know how powerful women is? Do you know why for many, many years, women who were powerful spiritually, they called them witches and burned them at the stake? I want y'all to think about this history of why they tried to um make women to be small, because women are very powerful spiritually. And I want all of y'all to tap into that. All the women, when I'm not a birthing person, I am a woman. A birthing person. That is insanity. There is a reason why they're trying to decrease the power of a woman. Don't ever feel like, forget it, I'm just going to settle for a worldly man. I'm just going to settle for a man who's not spiritually on my level because I don't want to be alone. I would rather die single than to marry a man that's going to belittle me the entire marriage or relationship because he feels my spiritual power is emasculating him. Instead, he can say, baby, teach me, put me on, level me up, let's pray together, let's worship together, let's grow together spiritually. Let's read certain books. You know, women have their own power and men have their own power. So I do wish for everyone to meet another chosen one, or to meet a person that's gonna love your stinking drawers, okay? And respect your power, and look at your power as, I'm happy that God even chose me to be with him or her, instead of saying, nah, let me try to take them out. Let me kill them. Let me try to douse their power out. And this is the reason why a lot of chosen ones end up with a lot of narcissists, because you're trying to fit into that third D, you know, that third dimensional 3D world. What you said? Top tier said they make, oh yeah, I said that already. Literally left my ex for that reason. Yup, Angelique got one just today that told me to delete his number because I confronted him on his terrible behavior towards me. I suspect this dude stole my cat. What's that? What's that? Catalytic converter to cripple me. What's that, girl? You diabetic or something? They hate the mother principle. They want to delete subconscious. Yes, they hate that mother. Oh my gosh. Do you know how powerful? You didn't come from his rib. You came from your mother. Oh my God. So we got to do another live on that. They try to make the woman be beneath the man. No, she is side by side by a man. She is not behind him. And if she is behind him, is because she is his second set of eyes. That is the reason why she's protecting him. Do you know how many women is protecting their man in the
Mm,
spirit realm? Do you know how many men they did me dirty? People died in their family. They
ooh,
lost their house. They lost their job. They lost their mind because the whole entire time they was underneath my covenant.
yep,
I
yep,
wanted, I was dealing with the cancer, as you know, Amber, right?
yeah.
Never told you this story. I'm gonna tell it really quickly. I'm not gonna go into detail, but years ago, me and the cancer ended up meeting this dark witch, right? She had locks and she said she wanted me to come to her house to do her hair because I used to be a hairstylist. And when I got there, she kept asking him. She didn't ask me. She kept asking the cancer dude. She kept saying, "Is this your woman?" He kept saying, "No, we're friends. Why you keep asking me that?" She said, "Have you ever slept with her?" And I was like, "Excuse me, miss, like I'm here to do your hair. Like you asking too many questions." But I didn't pick up on why is she doing this? You know what I'm saying? So she just kept asking the entire time, "Is she your woman? Is she your woman? I need to know. Is she your woman?" Did you freeze? Or are you still there?
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay, because did you take a picture or something? Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
yep.
So the dark witch kept asking, "Is this your man? Is this your man?" I was just like, why is she asking that? But at the time I was still religious, so I wasn't spiritually advanced in that area. And I figured it out. A lot of times, if you're the woman and you're with this man, you're more powerful than him. She knew she couldn't get to him if he was my man. You get it? So
Mm,
she was like, she kept asking, "Are you with her? I need to know, are you with her?" Because she knew if she was to F with him and he was my man, my spiritual team, my ancestors, my angels, God will come after her. You get
yeah,
it?
yeah.
He would have been under my covenant. And a lot of people don't understand that. This is why a lot of times when you mess with people you ain't supposed to be messing with, you lose your protection plan. You lose your spiritual protection plan.
Mm,
Or you mess with somebody who has an even stronger protection plan. So I'm telling you, don't let people fool you. When you're a chosen one woman, you are powerful. Okay? You're powerful. You're more powerful than you think. But they want to keep the woman beneath the man. No, she's standing next to him, not behind him.
yeah.
Mm-mm. And he didn't get that. He didn't get that for many years. And we did talk about it. He said, "You know what? You were right. I think that's what it was because I was, very beta back then. And I wasn't spiritually advanced. But some people you can't when they're your lover, they can't be touched because your spiritual team is protecting them. And this is why a lot of bad things happen once you leave them. Or what we call in spirituality your ashe. You lose your ashe by messing with certain people. You lose your magic by messing with certain people, sleeping with people. Hey, Joy, girl, you about 2.5, 3 hours late, but you could watch the playback. Karma will come for him, even if you do not witness it. God does not play about chosen
That's
ones.
right.
Yep, it's very
I
true.
always tell people that. I'm like, God
Yes,
don't play about me. Like I even before I woke up, I'm like, God don't play about me.
no. People will also run. People run for me, guys. Okay, they become track stars when they meet me, guys. I tell you,
Mm,
I think I've had so many men run for me, it's not even funny. And they always run to a weaker bitch, okay? All the time.
have to.
And I'll see their wife online and I'm like, that's who you chose over me? You gotta be kidding me. But yeah, they're going to. And after I see the woman that they did choose, I lose all respect. I lose all attraction for them because I'm like, ooh, that's what you wanted? You wanted a weak bitch? You wanted an insecure
Oh, they
bitch?
love them. They love them
I'm
weak.
not even attracted to you, sir. I'm not even attracted to you anymore. Thank you, God, for having that man run for me
Okay.
because that means that they're insecure and they can't stand next to a powerful woman. So this is going to happen. I'm used to it. Men run for me all the time, so that's what happens. But it's a good thing because that's spiritual protection as well. Because if that particular man is running from you, he can't handle your power. He's not going to be able to handle your lifestyle as a chosen one. The right man is going to be like, what's good? I'm a
Yeah.
chosen one. I'm powerful. I'm a god. You a goddess. Let's go. And you're
Period.
going to be like, okay. All right. Hey, King. How you doing, King? All right. And don't get scared when it happens. Cause I gotta tell myself that. Cause I'm gonna be like, no, this can't be real. He gotta be pranking me right now. But it lets you know who is who.
Yeah.
Let them run and don't chase them. Okay. When I
Oh,
was in my 20s, I used to chase men and they end up being demons. I used to be a man chaser. Oh, what you mean? No, we not done till I say we done. And they'd
that.
be like, okay. And they will run me around this damn globe, honey. These narcissists and these men will treat me like crap.
Yeah.
Don't chase no man. When a
No.
man is being funny, disappearing for a week, or not taking you out, not treating you like the goddess that you are, bow out.
Okay.
I'm leaving you with honor and love and grace. Take care. Take care,
Yeah.
young man. Bye. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Bye. And let me tell you, they start running after you. They gonna wait a minute like that. Don't
Mm,
fall for it. Be like, oh no, it's okay. You
yeah.
don't have you don't have the time, the effort, or the resources to give me what I want.
Mm,
There's no beef though. We're good. Bye. Toodles. That's all you gotta do.
uh,
Don't chase them, chosen ones. I'm telling you, do not chase them. Because the ones that you chase, those be the demons, those be the narcs. They're doing it
okay.
on purpose. They're doing it to see how much you're into them. they're
Yeah.
they're disappearing. They're busy working with another woman or another man, whatever, and then they'll come back.
Yeah.
And when they come back, don't be standing in the spot they left you in. That's it.
Girl, I needed this talk years ago because that was me. That narc would
We
take
all
off
did
for a
it.
while, come back, take off again, come back, and I'm in the same spot. Once once you blow up, you boss up, they hate that because
Yep.
they can't run that game on you no more. It's like again, you disappearing, you being inconsistent. That's disgusting to me now.
Yeah.
That's there. There's no excuse you can make. There's no, oh baby, I was busy. I don't want to hear none of that. All that
Mhm.
bullshit, no.
Yep.
One thing a lot of women tell me growing up is that no one's too busy to at least give you something throughout the day. If somebody can go 24 hours and they don't give a shit, take that as disrespect. Don't take
Right.
it like, oh, why haven't I heard from them? I hope they're okay. Oh, did this and that?
Mhm.
No.
Right.
That's disrespectful. It's disgusting.
Mhm.
Don't call me no more. Don't hit me up.
Right.
How busy you are. And again, we live in an age where everyone loves to text. Text, text, text. I'm not a big texter. I don't really care for it. But if
Right.
I'm and I want to get a quick message off, there's nothing to just do, boom. If somebody
Yep.
can go a day, the whole week, the whole month, the whole whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I just was so busy. I was going to get to you, but I had a lot of things I was going through." No, not good enough for
Well, even they're testing you too sometime and they're training you
yeah,
to take more abuse. That's what
yeah,
they're doing. Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Someone in the chat asked you how old were you when you got married?
So with my first marriage, I was 21 going on 22. That was my marriage. And again, that was due to the church, of course, telling you that fornication will lead to hell. And
Mm.
in the Bible, Paul says, I think that's in I don't know if it's in the book of Acts or First Corinthians. It's somewhere in the New Testament where Paul says it's better to marry than to burn with lust.
That's
And
crazy.
it's one of the scriptures that get a lot of people tell
That's
because
crazy.
like, oh no, I don't want to be lusting, I don't want to be fornicating, I don't want to move in and live with a person before marriage. But let me tell you, especially when you're with a narc, you better live
Mhm.
with them before marriage. That's the problem. You don't even know who this person's gonna be. Again, when my narc ex-husband were dating, oh, it was amazing. I say hands
Right.
down, and told my new husband that I'm with, oh, he was an amazing boyfriend. He was the best
Right.
boyfriend I ever had. Very
Right.
consistent, took me out, bought me gifts literally every week, flowers, you name it. But eventually that match drops. And when you go on dates, it's easy to put on a mask for a few hours. Okay. They can seal that thing on for a few hours. It's nice and fitted, it's on. Take her out to dinner, give her a little wine. If we're having sex, we have sex. She goes home, I go home. Boom.
Right.
But when you have to go home and live with that person, you gotta
Right.
sleep with that person. You're waking up, you're cooking breakfast, you're doing all these
Right.
daily things. It's harder to keep that mask on.
Right.
Now it's not just a few hours, it's every day. All
Yeah. They drop the mask. They do. They drop it.
But the
Yep.
church will tell you, no, we don't move in before marriage because if you move in with the person, you're going to be tempted to lust after them at
You
nighttime.
will. You
Have,
will never. You won't even marry them.
yeah,
It's a setup. They know
yep,
that.
yep.
Yeah.
And
They know.
that's why I became angry with God because I'm like, dude, I did everything correct. Like with my husband, I literally told him, I don't know if you all seen the movie Passion of the Christ. Did you all
Hmm.
Passion of the Christ?
Years ago. Years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh my gosh, girl. The first time when it came out, it had the subtitles, so I wasn't interested. I said, look, I'm not gonna watch a movie where I gotta read all throughout the subtitles throughout the movie. I'm too lazy for that.
Right.
But
Right.
I was at my mom's house one day and it came on randomly. And I was like, you know what? I never watched this movie. Why
Let me
not?
watch it. Hmm.
I watched it, girl. It was a hot mess. When it got to the scene where they were whipping Christ and
Hmm.
the whip lashes and like it was like taking a parts of his flesh off. In
Hmm.
the Bible, in the book of Isaiah, it talks about how Jesus was beaten so severely to the point he was unrecognizable. So to
Right.
be able to read that vision in the Bible and then see it on the screen,
Yeah.
I was just like a torn down mess. I was crying my eyes out. I'm like, he went through all this for me.
Right.
Somebody that was out here living crazy, drinking, having sex, doing all this stuff. Like, you did this for me. So I felt like I was in debt, like I owed him. I'm like, you know what? I'm not
Right.
drinking more. I'm not getting drunk. I'm not partying no more. I'm having sex with this guy. And again, it was about 4 months into my relationship with my ex-husband at that time. It was about 4 months.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, he's gonna break up with me because I gotta call this guy, let him know we're not partying, we're not going out partying no more, we're not getting drunk no more, we're not having sex no more. And we're 21. I'm like, this guy's gonna dump.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? I really like this guy. The fact that Jesus went through all this for me, I'm seeing him get beat on the screen, I'm crying. I'm like, if he dumps me, oh well.
Right.
So I called him, I told him everything. Of course, he thought I was crazy. He's like, who you been talking to? What's wrong with you? What you mean you're not gonna party? What you mean you're not gonna? So I told him, and I said, it's plenty other women out here. It's so many women out here. My ex-husband, he's light skinned, tall, dreads. The girls, they loved it. I says, plenty women out here. They will love you. They still have sex with you. They don't have stipulations. Go for it. Sorry for these 4 months. If you see I led you on, but I've had a radical change, and I can't do.
Right.
So he says, well, I want to call you back. So I said, okay. So I took it in my head. I'm like, this guy, he's gone. He thinks I'm nuts, whatever. I was overthinking it for a while because I still liked him. He called me back probably like 2 hours later, and he said, you know what? Even though I don't know how this change came about with you, I and I'm already falling in love with you. If you are going to
Mhm.
follow Christ and be on this journey, then I'll do it with you. And
Mm.
I'm like, what the
He
hell?
saw you. He saw you as high supply.
Yes. So I was just
Mhm.
like,
Saw you as.
I'm
Mhm.
thinking in my little lover girl head, like this guy,
Right.
he's
Mhm.
talking about he's gonna go to church with me and he's gonna get baptized with me and we're gonna do this thing the right way.
Right.
So I was wrong about it. I was like head over heels, not realizing that he did it just to, again, he was idolizing me. It ain't
Yeah.
about following Christ or going to church or none of that. It was all to keep me.
Yep.
And so yeah, we did everything. We started going to church together. We stopped having sex. We stopped drinking. On the morality basis, it was like perfection, I guess.
Mhm.
We read the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation, did it all. So I'm thinking getting married to him. I'm like, okay, we did everything the way the church said, the Bible said, we're good. No, because again, he was a narcissist, but I didn't realize it at the time. So probably we got married in 2013, and I had my first son in 2014. I would say probably about like a few months after I had my son. Yeah, I was already writing. I would always journal. I would always keep, like, I have a lot of journals here. Like, I have so many journals. I write my thoughts down, not realizing that when you journal, whether you realize or not, you're manifesting. It's called scripting. So when you
Mhm.
write, be careful. Okay. So,
Yep.
but I was writing in my journal and I'm like, God, did I make a mistake? This doesn't, I'm not happy. Like, this dude,
Right.
he doesn't, he stopped paying me attention. He would, I know you said, like, I do have a more highly, libido. So I was
Yeah.
wondering why we're not, doing that several times throughout the week. It was like he was doing things purposely.
Yeah.
I'm just like, is he out here doing something with another woman? Which he probably was, and I never caught him. But keep those for your astrology. Go. Yeah. Speaking of astrology, we're definitely not compatible. Chosen ones understand, especially with that astrology thing, it's real.
Mhm.
I'd
Yeah, it is.
dating people or talking to people and you're not astrologically compatible. If people think
Yeah.
you're, oh
Right.
well, give me my crazy cat. But
Yep.
say for example, I'm a Libra, it's no way in hell I would entertain another Capricorn or a Virgo
Right.
or a Taurus. And again, if any of you all here and you're that sign, there's nothing against you. It's just
Right.
astrologically wise, I'm not compatible with you. So I wouldn't waste my time trying to marry a person, have kids with a person, be with a person, and we can't stand each other. So
Right.
forcing things. And that's what my ex wanted. He wanted to force it. Even though he realized we were not compatible, we fought literally over everything. Just little decisions like where do you want to eat at? Where do you want to purchase a new car from? We argued about everything because we were not compatible.
Yeah.
And yet people would rather stay in misery because it's familiar, because I
Mhm.
already have you. And the thing is, he would love to try to tear me down and tell me things like, well, no other man's going to want you.
Right.
Already have kids together. Who's going to want a woman with 4 children? And I'm like, are you dumb? Because I can go out here. I'm going out here to the gym almost every night. Mind you, this how much this dude, he didn't even care about his own wife. I would go out to the gym at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because I didn't like working out in the like the wee hours, like the regular
Right,
people.
right. With everybody at the gym, right?
Yep, on the machines, approaching me, weirdos. So I would go at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. What man in their right mind would want their wife going out at that time of the morning by themselves?
Nobody.
But he didn't give a damn.
You didn't care.
Yeah, so he wouldn't care, and I would be there for hours. If I was like a trifling person, I could have been out here cheating on him for all he knew. I could have been in another man's bed from 1 to 5 or 6 o'clock. He had to go to work about 9 o'clock, so he would wake up like around 8. But from like 1 to whatever, we would barely sleep in the same bed together.
Right.
And this happened
Yeah.
from started the gym on April 1st, 2017. This happened up until I left him in 2020. Um, he wouldn't have known. He didn't give a damn. I could, like I said, I could have been out here living a double life. I wasn't, but if I wanted to, I could have. He wouldn't have known. He didn't care. As long as I was home taking care of the kids, that's all that mattered to him. So it's like definitely like don't just be pressed for the ring for the title because
Yep.
when you know your worth and you know you're a great woman, you of course you can be a wife, but that's not the goal is to just be a wife. The goal is to have
Right.
healthy and loving reciprocal marriage. You don't just want
Right. Right. You want a
yeah.
loving relationship, a loving friendship, a loving relationship. Yep. Yep. Do you have any other things to say? I'm gonna step out of this live because we've been on for about 3 hours, I think.
Okay.
And I am on zero energy. We'll definitely do another live, guys. I think y'all loved it. Thank you so much, Amber.
Of course.
See, I told you. It's your first live. It was amazing, right?
Yes, yes, it was. I
It was
definitely
awesome. I'm sure we could have talked for 6 hours, but yeah, I can't do it tonight. I didn't even eat dinner, so I'm like starving. I need to go get something to eat.
okay.
Um, but yeah, do you have anything that you want to say?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you to the people, that's still here. Thank you for the ones that, even though you're here, you didn't comment. I still appreciate the support.
Yes, there was definitely some watchers
Yeah.
that didn't comment.
Yeah.
And yes, thank you so much. This is actually my first live with somebody on my channel.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yes, I've had this channel for 7 years and I've never did a live with someone. There's been people who asked me, but they weren't serious. They were like, let's do a live. And I'm like, okay, set it up. And they would never set it up, you
Mm,
know? So thank you for your time, your wisdom, your effort, because I know it's not easy being a wife and a mother. So I really do appreciate it. And we're definitely going to do another live soon, guys.
oh,
Yes. And yes, Amber and I want to meet each other. So if you want to donate to that cause,
yeah.
she lives in Maryland and I live in New York. So it would be easier for me to go to her. It would make sense. Um, being that she has a family and I don't. It will be easier for one person to go than to have 6 people who have to travel, or 7 people, is it? So if you want to donate for that, so I can get to Maryland to visit her and we will record it, us meeting and hanging out. That would be so cool of a video to do. And we just want to document this because, yes, chosen ones can meet other chosen ones and be friends. We do exist, but your soul tribe comes when you're ready.
Yes.
That's it. That's just the truth. I hate, what they say, the teacher will arrive when the student is ready. And it's true. It's like when you're ready to meet another chosen one, when you're ready to meet your soul tribe, that's when it'll happen.
Yeah.
And not a day sooner. And not a day sooner, basically.
Yes. I agree. And,
Mhm.
move those things out your mind because, yeah, I was big on like, oh, I don't think I'm ever going to have women friends. Like, I don't think it's, but I get that out of
Oh,
my mind because, yeah,
no.
what you set in your mind, it's real. If your
Yeah.
mindset is like, look, and again, it's hard because we've been burned so many times. So I get it.
Mhm.
But the
Mhm.
optimism,
Yes.
looking still to the brighter and the positive side is very important for a chosen one.
Yes.
Because life will definitely try to chew you up and spit you out, but don't allow that.
Yep. Yep.
Definitely
Yep.
the tunnel. So keep
There are
your
definitely
mind open.
other people out there. There's
Yeah.
people like yourself out there. It's just that you have to put yourself out there. You gotta go to the museums, you gotta go to the jazz clubs, you gotta go to the club sometimes. You go where you think high vibrational people are.
Yeah.
You can't sit in your house and be like, I ain't got no friends. You ain't got no friends because you don't be outside. Even though we met online, we met because she's online doing content. I'm online doing content. We're showing our face, and that's how we're able to meet
Yeah.
people. You got to do something in order to meet people that are like you.
Yes.
So it is possible, guys. So don't think that there aren't people out there. Because for me, I do have journals, I do scripting as well. I kept writing, I'm sick of meeting these insecure bitches. I'm sick of meeting these insecure women. I need to meet women who are like minded.
Yes.
Like, damn, can I hear a good story?
Yeah.
Can I hear a positive word? I was just like crying and writing, like, damn, I just want to meet a woman who's like myself. I want to see myself from other people's point of view. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you just get tired of everyone sees your light, but it's like, damn, I want to see my light too. And so so
Yes.
yeah, so far I'm thankful. Amber's not crazy, guys. She's not crazy, and we're very different. Um, being she's a wife, she's a mother, and I'm a single woman. It is possible sometimes you're going to meet somebody who has a completely different lifestyle or background from you, or
Yeah.
different views, and it still can work. It's all about love and respect, pretty much. That's really what it's about.
Yes.
Communication, understanding, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and I thought that
Mhm.
was my thing. I thought I was gonna have to meet another woman that was a wife with kids, happy, but that's hard to find because there's a lot of people that are in relationships, but they're sad as misery, or they don't have children, so they don't understand that certain days or certain hours I might not be available. Like they take it as,
Mhm.
oh, she must don't like me. I haven't heard from her, but I'm literally having to I have children that's crying. I'm cooking nonstop. I'm, you know,
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah.
So you have to have understanding. And a lot of people feel entitled.
Mhm. They're entitled to your energy. Yeah.
Yes. And again, I
Mhm.
even had the woman, the one I was telling you about that was the YouTube subscriber. She was a wife, mother. She had 3 children. Yeah. Her husband was in the military, made a lot of money. She could go shop and buy things, $2,000, $3,000 purchase in a day meant nothing to her. Where I'm like, girl, I gotta wait
Yeah.
till tax time, that type of thing. But she had it, and she still was, became very jealous and envious of me, and just nasty. And God exposed her the whole way. I want to definitely leave you all with, if you're unsure about a person's energy, ask God. God revealed to me, is this person, answer the name. Don't be shy. Say the person name. God is such and such. Is Sonya. God is Sonya. Is she, does she actually mean me harm? If she does, reveal it. Watch God do it like that.
Quick.
Yep. God said you
Quick.
have because you ask now. Ask.
Mhm.
Boop, there you go. Because I'm
Yep.
telling I kept thinking, I kept getting these thoughts. I'm like, she's just moving really weird. But then she said, no, it's because of this and that. Kept trying to figure it out on my own. As soon as I asked God, literally in a week, God said, boop, boop, boop. Then I asked him again, but God, are you sure? God, like, okay, let me go ahead and just roll all this out now, since I done already showed you one, two, three, but you still in disbelief because you don't want to believe this person's been an op the whole time. They've never liked you. So
Mhm.
now I'm gonna put it all out. This girl had another YouTube I knew nothing about. God exposed it. Never
Mm.
saw a day in my life, but it popped up on my thing. I'm like mind blown. And when I went on her
Yeah.
the community tab, talking about me like a dog. Oh, all this girl
Mm,
talks about is narcissism. She's probably the narcissist. And now she's wearing crystals and stuff, blah, blah. I've been wearing crystals. I've been had a crystal thing. And at the time, I didn't even realize crystals had power to them. I just liked them because they was,
right.
I'm
You're
very
pretty right. Mm-hmm.
big on aesthetic. So if something's glittery or nice, I want it. That's me. I don't
Yeah.
have meaning behind it, but I'm glad I started to educate myself. And I'm like, you're mad about my aesthetic or something that I'm wearing. And a lot of losers would do that. Like I'm sitting here giving you the word of God, and you talking about, oh, why you got this evil eye necklace on? You need to take that off. I'm like, so the whole time I'm telling you this, and you're focused on this. So
Yeah.
this discredit everything I'm saying out my mouth. You're out your mind, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what out of her mind. So now I got to find things to discredit you about because I don't know what else to say to you. So now it got to be because you're wearing crystals. Now, now you're wearing lashes. Now I got to be because you grew your hair. You got locks in. And it's like
Right.
these people are crazy. So
Yeah, they're sick. They're sick. They don't have an identity for themselves.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
still kept trying to stalk me on Instagram. Blocked this girl. She didn't sit here and got her daughter to send me requests, trying to send me stuff. I'm like, you are nuts. And this girl was an Aquarius. Most Aquarius, they got that type of energy. Like I don't give a
Yeah,
most
detachment, right.
Aquarius, they're an air sign. I'm an air sign. They don't give a damn. Most Aquarius, it takes a lot for them to actually care.
Yeah.
But I had her so twisted and nuts, and I did nothing. I'm like, yeah, something was really off about you,
Yeah.
you know. But God was like, yeah, no, we got to get you out of here because at that time, and I
Yeah.
every time a woman wants to meet up with me, she lived in Florida. She wanted to meet up with me. That's when God started to expose it because God's like,
Yeah. Making sure y'all don't meet up, right.
yep, they try to probably try to poison your food, put something in your drink. Who
Right,
the hell knows
right.
what she would have tried to do if I would have met
Yeah.
her?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, her moon was Virgo. She was a Aquarius Sun Virgo moon. So
Mm.
yeah, she that again. That's why I'm like, you were bothered by me. Most of the time, again, those placements they don't care. Virgo. I mean, Virgo they care, but they're not. Going Virgos don't wear their heart on their sleeves. My mother was a Virgo.
No,
So,
they don't.
you
No,
know,
they don't. But
um,
it's true. Yes, God will reveal, and be sure to be ready to let go when God reveals it to you because it's happening so fast. Things are happening so quick, so fast. It's scary. Remember, we were talking about that. Like the
yeah,
days are going so fast, time is going so fast. Things that used to happen in 6 months is happening in like 1 month for me. And
yes,
that's why I'm like so spiritually drained, you know. This year's kicking my ass because of it. I'm just like, whoa, I'm not prepared for all this to be happening so
yeah,
soon, you know. But God is not playing. He's sorting people out of our lives, not playing with us. Like
yeah,
before, God will allow people to be around us for a good amount of time. Now it's like, don't play with me. Get them out of here, you know.
yeah.
You know? Definitely not.
Um,
Definitely not playing.
thank
All right, everybody in the chat, thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll do another one soon.
yeah,
Um, what
thank you.
else? Yeah, enjoy your Easter, guys. I don't celebrate Easter, but still enjoy your Easter. Be safe, spend time with your family, eat good, look good with your pastels.
Yes, and thank you to Angie, your subscribers. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for making me feel welcome, saying hi, asking questions, and everything. This is my first live again, so thank you all for not making me feel like a nervous hot mess over here. Felt very comfortable, and I look forward to doing it.
Right. Yes, yes. Next time we'll, I guess, sign on through your account because I don't know if your people got the alert. Hopefully they did. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
about to see what happened when I sign out, basically. What else? Yes. And again, don't forget to donate when we close out. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, talk
Okay.
to Ashley. Ask Chrissy. Thank you all so much. I see your comments. I appreciate you.
And yeah, I think that's it. So I'll hit you up, girl. I'll text you.
All right, guys.
Love ya. Bye. Mwah.